Grievously! A dark heresy!
Okay, that was a new one.
Read it.
Kill them, whispered Trantia, in a voice like dust in the wind. Kill them all, now! Otto, meanwhile, was leaving the sanctuary gallows with the lovely, heavily augmented Felinda on his arm, the woman he spent private time with yesterday, the woman he saw fiddling with his shoe after their liaison, as he reclined on the crude sleeping pallet in the rented cargo container. And as the door to the sanctuary gallows opened, the entrance foyer was revealed to be full of filthy-looking men and women in dirt-encrusted robes. Many of them looked sick, and they grabbed Otto, dragging him back into the cantina, one of them plunging a filth-encrusted blade into Felinda's abdomen. Canny's weapons, drawn in response to Trantia's insistence that they should kill them all, was still in his hands as he spun around to see these people arrive, holding his little friend Otto between them, a knife to his throat. Gaius recognized the telltale signs of the plagued, and he recognized one of these men as the man who had fled in the market, back in the gallows way. "Who are you?" he queried. "Why have you come here?" The head of the man holding a knife to Otto's throat slid free of his neck, and the body fell. Seraph stood there, blade poised. "Oi, oi, shall we dance?" she said. And dance you did. Canny, sprayed by fire, hurled himself into cover, buying himself time to pump a rare, precious shot of ghost fire into his neck. Ghost fire. A powerful combat stimulant. Canny should try to source more. I wonder where it comes from. How it's made. It would be a shame if something had happened that would prevent the ghost fire from ever being produced again, wouldn't it? Gaius found himself once again the victim of a number of attackers. One of them, a hulking foul man with a corroded blade, found a gap in the Arbite's armour, scored a telling blow, but Gaius weathered the storm. Trantia's blade mimicked Seraph's own style, and the two of them clearly trained in the same forms of combat. But Seraph is more graceful, and adds acrobatic spins and twirls into her dance of death, while Trantia's technique is a more textbook approach, clearly not as well practiced as the killers. Otto, usually so keen to stay out of the front line, drew his looted blade and set to work on the nearest cultist, scoring a couple of easy kills as usual, before facing off with a man somewhat more skilled in the art of melee than himself. And that blade, that plague blade, if its rusty yet razor-sharp cutting edge doesn't kill you, the filth and pestilence upon it will. The blade should have killed Otto, but the wound that should have cut deep into his arm, penetrating his armour and leaving behind the touch of a dark god, it barely grazed little Otto. Perhaps fate has decreed that Otto Krasmark does not die down here in the depths of this wretched city.
I don't know about that.
At least not yet. And our heroes were not alone in this fight. Eli, the barman, blasting with his shotgun. Rorg, the hulking mutant, dismembered a couple of cultists. And there was a man who had arrived alongside Seraph. He fought with a chainsword and a second blade, which looked like some sort of long scythe-like claw rather than a true forged weapon. Hannibal was his name. Hannibal King. And he had travelled here with Seraph at Gladstock's instruction to urge you to hurry, to finish this mission, to cut the head from the snake, to prevent the attack on the gallows way before it was too late, before the dead start to pile up, and disease begins to fester in the charnel houses, and the mortuaris factorums, and then the streets, and the dead shoots, and then the midhive, and beyond. The implications of allowing that region to fall are terrifying, and Gaius has seen how fast such rot can spread. This cult, this blessed flesh, must be stopped, and soon. And Speyer, you soon learned, has returned to Desolation. Entities of the warp, said Seraph, were not always killed when destroyed here in the material universe. More often they were banished back to whence they came, unless certain techniques or weapons were used. Gladstock needs Gaius for this. For Gaius is a weapon designed and built to fight the beasts from beyond the veil. He bears upon his flesh the mark of the Sin Eater, the burden of wrongdoing, etched into his meat by the black priests in the temple beyond the city wall. The dark deeds of Mesmeron and her people, the tales of their sin, are tattooed in flowing script upon his body. The sins of Gaius Mortalis and his companions, weaponized by a dark, ancient ritual. His armor against the darkness, his shield against corruption. He, and he alone, has the might and the strength of will to stand before creatures like Speyer, unbowed, unbroken, and unafraid. And in his strength of will, in his faith, there is power. Power that his allies can harness, so that they too may stand against things that do not belong in this world. He has done this before, in the mansion, when the Thing came through from beyond, when Trantia's power spiraled out of control. And before that, before all of this, back on 47 Capella, he retained his faith, unflinching, as a whole world lost its light, as the foul form of Kolhogath the Pestilent spread its influence across the world. Gaius did not break. For Gaius Mortalis, the last pure man of 47 Capella, is a righteous man. A man whose faith has been tested time and time again, and he has never broken. He has never lost his faith in the God Emperor of mankind, blessed be his name. He has never wavered. He has always remained pure. Hasn't he? Hasn't he always acted so pure and good and selfless? He's not the sort of man, unlike Otto, for example, or Canny, who would give in to the temptations of the flesh. Blessed flesh. No, not Gaius. For Gaius is a good man. Inquisitor Lystug saw that in him when he took him from 47 Capella and left him in Dramar, the most corrupt district in Hive Sibyllus, before it was destroyed, of course, along with all of Mesmeron's forces. Gaius is incorruptible, aren't you, Gaius? After a quick meet and greet with Hannibal and Seraph, you decided to return to Endish Manor to question Omar Endish, the man you came here for. As you left, you came across the slowly dying form of Felinda, Otto's companion from yesterday. She was gasping, desperately clinging to life. Otto ended her misery with a burst from a rifle taken from one of the foul, corrupted cultists. And he went through her pockets. A couple of weapons, some chems, a small handheld device he didn't recognize. And at Endish Manor, you forced your way inside, Canny dragging the manservant around in a headlock as you searched the place. A chamber full of shelves you found, containing roll upon roll of parchment, a kitchen, a dining room, a study, even a small well-tended garden were all found on the ground floor, along with a number of combat servitors whose ammo feed Hannibal cut. Jesus Christ, that was a difficult sentence. There were a couple of monotask servitors here too, but they were inoperative, apart from in providing rebacon and recaf to Canny and Otto. And as you reconvened and ascended the stairs together, Hannibal caught the whiff of promethium from somewhere on the floor above.
What a star map.
Yeah, I thought I'd give you a different map for a change.
Yeah, it's nice. I'm really enjoying seeing where Granifor is to the points of Scintilla and where we are now. All the lave worlds.
You're a lave world.
Yeah, your face is a lave world.
Alright. You reach the top of the first flight of this once grand staircase. It branches left and right. Hannibal, the smell, the familiar reek of promethium comes from the left. And Otto, it's been a tough few days for you. Poor, crooked little Otto. Since leaving the mansion, you have had to fight for your life a number of times. the long walk down to the gallows way, the battle against Facebiter and his people, and then a second firefight in the same day, this time in the Mortuaris Factorum, against what appeared to be some sort of dark cult. And the gloom and the air thick with dust in the gallows way, the powdered remains of the mountains of bone ground up there every day. It made your time in that region difficult. And you gave away your respirator to a young girl who helped you all. She told you some local rumours. Otto, you are smart. But that was not, in hindsight, a smart thing to do. After the fight against the cult, you worked through the night compiling data, assessing attack plans, assisting the general of the Involute Cadre in preparing not only a defense in readiness for this vast unknown force that seems to be heading towards the gallows way, but you also provided all the intel the general needed to persuade his superiors that the gallows way must be defended. You stayed up all night to do this. While Canny and Gaius and Trantia slept, you worked tirelessly until you collapsed from exhaustion. It had been a long day, and that dust, that thick cloud that hangs permanently across the district had made it so very difficult to breathe. And the rain, the constant drizzle of industrial runoff, finding its way down from higher levels of the hive city, it stings the skin on contact. Are you coming down with something, Otto? You haven't fully recovered from that night. You're still tired, and you have been for days now, and while Canny has helped you by allowing you to ride upon his shoulders, the weariness still gnaws at you. And then today, another fight in the bar, and you nearly died. But blind luck or divine intervention, you aren't still sure what happened, but somehow you survived that. You should be dead, Otto, but yet you live. Your heart still beats, and your lungs still... Yeah. You're alive, Otto. You choose to ride on Canny, but you can still walk if you choose to. And the dead do not walk. Do they? Otto Cressmark.
No?
Otto, you are still fatigued. You are at -10 to all stats, and I would like you to make a toughness test, please.
Fuck off, Dave. So like,
I'm not even fucking
would,
finished.
you would. At -10, yeah?
Yeah, this one's at -10, please.
Oh, you're nice, man. Such a nice man. Oh, that's his greatest attribute as well.
Those classic multiple lines. Fuck off, Dave.
There we go. That's gonna be epic.
Well done, Johnny.
Did I do it?
Yeah, you did.
Wow.
Oh! There's one in your eye.
Right. Just hang on before you get excited. I'm not done. You know. Now you think of it,
Dave.
No, it's really not. Now you think of it,
You shouldn't go the GM, should you? You shouldn't do that.
Oh, we can't help it.
Gaius. No, Otto. Now you think of it, you probably wouldn't be tiring as quickly if you could shed some of the weight in your pack. I mean, yeah, you haven't had to walk much, but you are still carrying a lot of shit in that backpack of yours. You do not take another level of fatigue, but the stuff you bought from Omar, stuff you've picked up on your travels, like the rifle in your hands taken from a dead cultist, these things are putting you overweight. So if you look below your character sheet, you'll see Otto's inventory, and you'll see what everything weighs, how much overweight you are. It's quite a lot. Otto, before you do that, though, I would like you to make another toughness test, please. This one is not at -10 because you would be getting a +10 for this, so straight toughness.
Wow, that offers me some comfort, Dave. I must admit.
Can you do it twice in a row?
Yes.
Yes, you can.
So close. But if you had to, If you had to fail, that was a good number to fail by.
Okay.
Oh, you gain 1 corruption point, Otto.
Starts shitting blood.
Your hands, your palms specifically, are itchy, and you look down at them. You see that the skin there is looking very dry and beginning to crack.
Has anyone got any moisturiser?
Everyone make a perception check, please. It is smell-based.
I've got some bacon here. You have the fat. Right, that'll sort you right out.
Well, why not? Like that. So I'm gonna, if I can, take some bacon fat. Obviously, make sure it's cooled down first, and rub that into my palm.
It's just raw bacon. It's just raw bacon, Johnny.
I'm just gonna rub it with my hands. Rub my hands together with raw bacon.
You now have bacony hands.
Bacony hands.
Baste it, baby.
What does the hand of the Emperor smell like? Bacon.
Bacon. Oh no.
Awareness.
I don't know nothing.
Is it awareness? Is it?
Yeah.
No, I can only smell bacon.
Smells have any nose.
Canny and Hannibal. Hannibal, you've already smelt this smell of promethium coming from up the stairs, and you smell something else now.
Bacon.
Canny, oddly enough, Canny, you also smell this, and both of you, you smell what smells like roasting meat of some kind. And Canny, this applies only to you. You know exactly what sort of meat it is that you can smell cooking. It's one of your favourites.
Is it my actual favourite?
Probably, yeah.
I'm going to start salivating at the smell of this meat. Even though
You haven't smelt it yet, Gaius. You haven't smelt it.
Fuck! I wanted to be part of this. Damn it.
And Hannibal, as you crest this landing onto this first landing for the staircase with Seraph at your side, you can see standing slightly back from the top of the next flight of stairs, there is another one of these heavy combat servitors. And its power claw is held ready. Its other arm, its right arm is replaced once again by a belt-fed heavy stubber. And just like the ones you saw downstairs, it's currently inactive, just standing there. I'm going to put you onto the map. Okay, so this is the first floor we're on. All right. So yeah, don't think we're not in initiative, are we? We were just moving randomly. So I'm going to go left to right. So we'll start with you, Hannibal. What would you like to do?
Cut his ammo belt.
Okay.
Just as advantage to working.
Yep. Seraph's just going to move up, her sword ready. She's keeping an eye out down that way. Gaius isn't there. Canny, you have Otto on your shoulders. You still have the manservant in a headlock.
I'm going to leave the manservant for now with Gaius and Trantia.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
He'll be safest with Gaius.
I'm going to.
Another bloodletter pops up. Oh, poor manservant.
It's a very good point. I'm going to start moving quietly, and I'm going to put my fingers to my lips, try and get Otto to hush as well.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start to move quietly. This direction.
Okay.
I'll do a silent move check.
Yep. Oof.
Gonna re-roll that with a fate point.
Okay. Oof. You as you're like creeping along silently, Otto is rummaging around in his bag on your back, like trying to sort stuff out. And you can just hear things clinking into each other in the bag, and you turn around and give it the shh, really dramatic shush that's probably louder than every other noise in the building put together.
I'm going to move up to this doorway. Fucking hell, Otto! Making me look bad!
Where's Hayden gone? Fuck's sake. Trantia's going to... The smell of... I don't know if this will change what you're doing, Cannibal, by the way, but the smell of roasting meat was coming from the left, in the direction that Hannibal and Seraph went.
Okay, I'm not completely ruled by my stomach.
I know, I just thought you might want to know that. Where you are right now, you see these two doors. Also, to your left, it should be a window, but it hasn't worked. There is a window right next to you, right here, and it looks into this small courtyard, into this very well-tended garden. And there's a servitor, one of these combat servitors, just standing there with its ammo belt just hanging loosely out of its backpack, no longer connected to its weapon.
You got a watering can?
No. He's going to water them with lead. All right, Gaius. So, Gaius, Hannibal has crept up to this servitor, cut its belt feed. Seraph has gone with him. Canny has tried to sneak round to the right. He's left a manservant behind with you and Trantia. What would you like to do?
Ooh, let's see what I've got in my inventory first before I want to know what I want to do. Where's Gaius? Gaius! Oh, okay. I would like to sneak up. Attachment? No, it's somewhere else, isn't it? I would like to sneak up and attach a grenade to his ammo belt.
To the servitor's ammo belt?
Yeah.
Okay.
It sounds like a insanely great idea to me.
Alright, so you probably couldn't do all that in one turn, but you could probably start doing it this turn.
Or start, and I would go a little bit slow.
Okay. I'll move Seraph out of the way. She still had some movement, so you can stand there in between Hannibal and Seraph.
Can you move me towards the servitor? Because I don't know where it is. Is it the manservant?
No, it's the servitor that's right next to Hannibal. Just here, look.
Wait, I just need to zoom out. I see Hannibal. And where's... Oh, I'm right next to Hannibal. Yeah, I'm going to attach a grenade to ammo belt.
Okay, yeah, so that'll... You can start doing that this turn, but it's probably going to be a full action, so you'll have to carry that on into next turn as well.
Okay.
Alright. Trantia is going to... She's got her swords out, and she's just sort of vaguely gesturing near the manservant to urge him to follow Otto and Cannibal. And she's going to follow as well. Hannibal, it's back to you.
Can I get past that thing, or is it blocking the entire corridor?
You could probably squeeze past it. It is quite big and bulky. You could squeeze past it, I would have said. It might slow you down a bit, but nothing major.
I'll have a sniff at each of these doors.
Okay, give me a perception check, please. Okay. So the smell of promethium seems to be coming from both doors. It seems like it's everywhere in this area. It's really hard to determine. But the smell of roasting meat that you can now definitely smell is coming from the northern door.
Okay. I'll wait for somebody else to come up.
Okay. Seraph's going to come and stand with you. Cannibal and Otto.
Okay, I'd like to quietly check this door that's on the right here.
Okay.
I'm gonna look behind and switch, have the gun ready and just keep an eye out behind us as well.
All right.
Don't forget to tell me when to duck, Kenny.
Yeah, you can open the door. If you want to try and open the door quietly, you can make a silent move test if you would like.
Yeah, I do. I want to show that Hannibal King that I can move quietly.
For a big lad. Yeah.
I can fucking hear it, but I can't see it.
About somewhere in the distance, Hannibal, you just hear this plunk of a door opening.
And I'm going to mutter under breath, I'll show him. I'll show them all.
And then you hear a thud and Otto going, fucking hell!
Oh, fuck, sorry. You duck, Otto, duck.
Yeah, please tell him.
This is going to be like... this is going to be a theme. I can feel this becoming a thing where Otto's just slowly getting brain damage from getting smashed into door frames. Alright, and what you find as you enter here, besides some very dramatic gothic music that's playing in the background, along one wall, the northern wall, stands row upon row of pigeonhole-like shelving, and the majority of these pigeonholes hold small devices, which Otto, straight away, you clock them as data storage devices, and they're marked with handwritten labels. There's a large table, takes up one half of the room. Scattered upon it are a set of cards and a cloudy orb of coloured glass. And Carrie, this is familiar to you. It looks a lot like what Agatha's setup was in the carnival, the fortune teller. Otto, it would look familiar to you as well because you visited the fortune teller once. It looks like a similar setup. And over by the window, there is a very primitive-looking telescope set upon a tripod that looks out through this dirty glass window out upon the top surface of the town of Gantry. But what really stands out is this large, high-tech looking cogitator unit and this attached other equipment that all stands against the south wall. It looks quite high-tech, quite modern. It doesn't look like the sort of equipment you would expect to find all the way down here, so close to the sump.
Can I examine it?
Yeah.
See if I know what it is.
Go have a look, Otto.
Alright, set me down, mate.
I'm going to place Otto down as gently as I may.
Okay.
He falls on his
Scuttles
face.
over. Scuttle over. So you're having a look at this equipment, are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a tech use test.
Yeah.
Please.
May I assist Otto?
You can give him a +10 if you pull a few levers, press a few buttons.
Okay.
Offer some encouragement.
Sit. And I'll just try. I'm not great with tech use, but I'm not.
I would like to draw everyone's attention to the gothic music and see if anyone can recognise what it is.
It's definitely gothic music. I know this, but it's annoying me now.
It's a gothic version of Gangster's Paradise.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Paradise.
I found some right gems this week. Okay, all right. So Otto, this cogitator has built into it and attached a Vox unit, and it looks like the whole device, the whole rig here, is designed to be used to see and hear through the eyes of servitors. It's almost like, CCTV using servitors as the cameras. And you can tell after a few moments looking around that there's around half a dozen units currently connected to this. And you can flick through the different feeds. And you see that most of them seem to be servitors in this building. For example, you can see the staircase that you just came up. You can see a couple of rooms downstairs, you can even see the kitchen, and you realise you're looking through the point of view of the servitor that gave you the recaf. And there's also one servitor view in particular that shows you the inside of the sanctuary gallows, and you recognise the room that it's in as well, and it's the room where you did the deal with Omar Endish remotely. If you remember, when you bought a load of grenades and stuff, he spoke to you through a servitor, and that's what you can see. You can see that servitor's viewpoint right now.
Cool.
And it also looks like there is a machine. Part of this rig is a machine that is capable of recording all these feeds from all these different servitors and storing them on compact storage devices, just like the ones in the pigeonholes on the north wall.
I'm going to look for anything suspicious.
What, on the machinery?
No, on the recordings and stuff as well.
Oh,
I
okay.
want to look for an off button, so I want to turn the surveillance off as well.
Right. Well, we'll come back to that on your next turn, because at the minute we're that was you sort of like figuring out what this equipment was this turn. So we'll come back to that. Trantia and the manservant also come in here. Cannibal, was there anything else you were doing? I've lost Alan.
Can you see me or hear me?
I can hear you. I can't see you.
Okay, no, I just accidentally shut down my my complete browser. That's
played.
It's a standard maneuver. I've done it many times. It won't be the last. I'd like to have a look out of the telescope, please.
Okay. I would like you to make a perception check, please, with a +10, and it is sight-based, of course, if that makes any difference to you.
It does indeed. Say awareness, you say? Or perception?
Perception.
Okay. That's 3 degrees.
Nice. You peer through, and you see that up here, you're on the very top of Gantry here in Endish Manor. And this telescope in this house is perfectly placed to show the rock bridge that connects the wall of the vast cavern where you sort of entered this area. There's this rock bridge that stretches out and connects this cavern to the settlement of Gantry itself that hangs from these girders. Although you can't see the gate from here, the curve of Gantry has blocked your line of sight to the gate. But you can see a handful of people on the rock bridge. They look like ants from here. Cannibal is fascinating, and it makes little people far away look closer and bigger. But you can see a few people on this bridge in the distance, as you would expect to through such a device. And beyond the bridge...
Is that the only way in to Gantry? As in
that you know of, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But beyond the bridge, there is this wide tunnel that you came here through, that you passed into the cavern. And it's a very wide tunnel, broad enough to fit a couple of Cargo 8 transports side by side. And you see a large group of people emerging from this place in the distance. It's moving slowly towards the land bridge and then Gantry itself. And they move without urgency, almost casually. Shambling, perhaps, might be an apt word for how they move. And they jostle one another from time to time, and their clothing is ragged, and their skin is pale, and their eyes, Canny, their eyes are alive with purple warp flame. They are the dead, and they are coming this way.
Oh dear. I'm going to take the telescope. I'm going to say to Otto, "It's the dead. They're coming for Gantry. I could have seen it all." I'm going to take the telescope and I'm going to point it at Otto.
Gantry.
Seen it.
You're looking through it at Otto.
Yes, indeed.
Otto's
While I
going
speak to him.
I was going to peer at Kenny, be like, "Come again?
We're out of time, Otto. We're out of time. It's the dead. The plague.
We're always out of time. We work for the Inquisition.
No, I
The
mean,
dead, eh?
no,
How many?
Oh, you're not listening. They're coming right now. Got to hurry this along.
All right, let's have a look through that telescope."
Okay, we'll come back to you guys. Over here, Gaius is gone again.
we've lost, guys.
I'll just grab a beer.
I'm gonna get a drink as well. Be right back.
No smoke. And look for one of the models I've just lost. Drops on the floor.
Stomp your feet around until you hear it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The thing is, it's such a mess in here at the moment that it could be anywhere. Could have passed into another dimension. That's how messy it is.
I bought Dave some fancy metal dice a little while ago, and the D4 is particularly offensive looking, and he keeps dropping it.
It's dented my floor.
It's like a fucking caltrop, this thing.
The D10s are quite nasty as well. They've got a right spike on them. What? They're pretty brutal.
Yeah, so I had my game, World War II game.
Oh yeah.
Planned for, and then I lost. I had Dave levels of dice luck.
Yeah, sounds about right.
It was most. Sorry, Dave. It was most frustrating. I had a Tiger tank that did fuck all for the entire game because it kept failing its order test, even though it was just getting pinned by a fucking anti-tank rifle that couldn't kill it. I was just like, for fuck's sake! Why isn't anything working? But there was like a couple of good moments in the game. There was I did I blew up a bridge, which was good, which is what I planned to do.
You said you were going to blow up a bridge, yeah?
Yeah, I blew up a bridge. I captured the buildings that I was going to do. So I captured them initially, and then I ended up having to run all my guys out and get back into the transports because they were getting fucking high explosive shells firing from all angles, blowing them to pieces. I was like, fuck this. That tactical retreat. And then there was another good bit where I moved my half tracks up, jumped a couple of my squads of guys out, my Panzer Grenadiers, and blew up 2 tanks in one turn, like one after the other, because I basically moved to the embankment to basically blow up my transports. I just jumped out with Panzerfaust and just flipping dinked him twice. 2 hits, 2 pens, and 2 destroyeds on both of them. So that was the only good moment where my actual dice were working.
You have to relish those moments, Johnny. Trust me, as someone who loses 90% of the games I play, you have to relish the little victories.
Yeah, it was the only moment. It was one of the only moments that I relished in the game. Yeah.
It's like when I think Alan beat me with his Chaos Demon and Cultist army when I played Genestealer Cult.
God, yeah,
and he didn't lose a single unit except his Chaos Sorcerer, who I sniped from across the map. And he's like, I didn't give a shit that I'd lost. I'd killed his Chaos Sorcerer.
That's a win.
Yeah.
That's a win right there.
And that was when I learned that the Genestealer Cult snipers are absolutely fucking fantastic.
Yeah. They are good. Snaps are very, very good. Yeah, I've played that Demon Cult army, and I actually managed to. That's the one time I've actually defeated Al. I played it with Blood Angels, and rather than sort of falling back against this relentless horde, I was like, you know what? They're going to get to me anyway. So I actually just charged into close combat and started beating them up. I was like, fuck this.
You have to try and whittle him down enough that he hasn't got enough models to just swamp you with dice. That's the thing.
That was your Demon Cult army. That one time, actually, I think the only time I've ever beaten Al at a game.
You've never beaten me, Johnny. You've never beaten me.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. The Blood Angels, they beat you. Exactly. I was like, I'm going to get killed.
I don't remember. No, I'm going to pretend not to remember anything that incriminates me.
Yeah, it's propaganda, Al, sorry.
Right.
That's the only time I'll ever beat Al in a game. It's like,
I don't know.
I'll come and face you in your new. I'll come and face you in your new game, Johnny, and you'll beat me because I'll be,
a noob. No, you won't.
Yeah,
that was my luck.
I will be though. You'll beat me in World War II if you.
Yeah.
That time will come.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
That's the point. If you two play each other in a World War II game, Johnny plays as Germans, does that mean you have to play as Japan, Alan? Because you two are the axis of evil, after all.
We are. No, they are the evil allies.
Johnny is my evil ally. And
You
we do
can
well.
take the Italians. You can take the Italians as well. now. They're
Well,
actually
no, I think I'd rather go for Japan.
You may as well take a bunch of kids, hadn't you, rather than the Italians. What the fuck are they going to do?
I've still
You
got
got militia guys for
I've still
Japan with
got-
like sharpened bamboo sticks. It's incredible. And they're all mental. They're just basically charging the enemy. It's fucking crazy. They're very cool, the Japs, in the game. So
You can't call them that anymore, Johnny. Anyway,
Do they have... Sorry.
I don't know where Hayden is, so I'm going to.
He's
Fell
peaked too
asleep
soon.
off camera.
He's
Yeah.
peaked too soon is what he's done. He's peaked.
I'm going to assume that Gaius is currently wedged somewhere between this servitor and the wall, and his bulky armor can't get him past. So Gaius is stuck there for now.
I have to say it's a new record as well.
yeah,
New record.
Yeah, standard.
record.
Just earlier than usual. So we'll go back to Hannibal and Seraph. What are you guys doing? Seraph's just basically following your lead, Hannibal.
I'll tell her to open the door to the north.
Okay. She nods.
I'm pulling my cloak around my head.
Okay. Give me a concealment test if you want.
1 second.
She pushes the door open, peeks her head round the door frame, and she looks back at you and mouths the word clear.
Okay, hang on. I was just seeing what bonus it gave me. I couldn't remember.
And it's plus 30, I think. Or is it plus 20?
20, I think.
Yeah, 20, sorry. And Seraph's going to move in as well. 5, 2...
Fucking hell.
Welcome to my world.
You just look like a man with a cloak wrapped round his head right now.
What's burning?
Okay, so
Yeah.
the smell of roasting meat and blessed promethium wafts out as the door is pushed open. The room is quite smoky, but through the smoke you can see this roaring fire in this old fireplace. And you get the impression that maybe the chimney is partially blocked. So some of the smoke's coming back into the room, and there are sparks and embers leaping out of the fire as from time to time something that's burning in the fire pops, shatters. And you can also see there's a couple of promethium canisters on the floor in the middle of the room. Their tops are off. It looks like they've been used to start this fire. You can make a search or perception check if you'd like to have a look at what's burning.
Fire. That's what's burning.
Okay, it's a body. It's vaguely humanoid, but very bulky.
Okay. I'll push that door open as well.
Yep. You found a
the
toilet.
shitter.
Yep, you have found the shitter. It doesn't look like it's been used any time recently. It's quite dusty. What the fuck?
Move back outside then.
Alright. Seraph's Seraph's actually going to make a little check. See if she sees anything there. She does not. She's going to carry on moving. No, she's not. That's it. Done. That was a lie. Back over with Otto and Canny.
Hey, let's have a look. I'm going to say to Otto again, I'm going to say, What a fucking time, Otto. Oh, we're in the right little pickle here. Why don't you hurry that along? I'm going to head to this other door out here and have a look inside.
Okay. It looks like a bedroom, fairly reasonably appointed. Not luxurious, but for down here in this far down the hive, it's pretty good.
Can I have a search?
Of course you
This count as site-based?
can. No. Yeah, so you rummage around and you just you don't really find anything of value. There's a few items of clothing. There's a couple of candlesticks there, and that's about it. Really, there's not much here at all. It doesn't look like a lived-in bedroom.
Okay.
Where's Johnny? God damn it! Why are all my players disappearing when I need them? Curse you! All right,
Oh, Johnny's
Sorry
done.
about that.
Johnny.
Yeah.
Canny has just left the room and said to you something about hurry up. We ain't got time for this. What would you like to do?
I'll follow Canny.
Okay.
Can you move me, Dave?
Yeah, Canny's just gone there to that room. There's nothing in
Yeah,
there of
cool.
any value.
Yeah, see me.
Trantia's still marching the manservant ahead of her. Gaius is still stuck in the doorway.
Does the rest of the group know that we've seen this horde of dead approaching?
That's a good idea, Otto. You always were the smart one. I'll come into the rest of the group. Group, Gaius, boss, Hannibal. We're out of fucking time here. There's a load of fucking plague cultist zombies. They're coming into Gantry. I'm sure they're coming for us.
I think Gaius had a plan about explosives and blowing up the, this dangling city. If we get them all on here somehow, and then blow up the city at the same time, that could be a good way of getting rid of them. Taking care of that little problem. But the problem is,
Kill everyone in the whole fucking city.
yeah, and let the Emperor sort them out.
Yeah, I mean, it's it's a good idea. It's a good idea. It's a good idea, Otto. It's good. But have we got any explosives? I mean, I've got a few Molotovs, but I'm sure that won't cut it.
Did Gaius acquire any explosives?
I think between you do have a number of grenades, but I mean, this is a fairly big structure. The cables and right. So to remind you how Gantry is assembled, Gantry looks like it's some sort of ship, some small starship that is hanging prow downwards from a load of cabling caught up in some structure above it, and then the city or this town has been built around it out of scrap.
So it's not hanging from cables; it's hanging from a starship.
The starship is hanging from cables, but to give you an idea of how strong these cables are, they're holding up a starship with a load of people and a scrap town built around it. So I'm not saying you couldn't
Need a
blow it,
lot of explosives.
but you'd need some serious ordnance, and I'm not sure what Gaius has got, but I'm pretty certain it's probably only frag, maybe a couple of crack grenades. You're going to need some serious firepower to do that.
Do you think it might be time to alert the authorities and maybe call for an evacuation of the hive before this problem spreads further?
I don't know. I don't know if they're all fucking in on it. I don't know if they might all be fucking corrupt down here for all I know. I mean, if they're against the zombies, then it's going to turn to conflict very shortly. But whether these, what are they called? Is it Red Scars they are, Dave, these guys?
The Red Walk.
Whether these gangers can take on fucking cultists and zombies, I don't know. I can't see them holding out for very long, personally. But I'm assuming they're not all in on it. They might all be part of this fucking cult, for all I know.
I think we should. I think we've wasted enough time here. There's nothing really to learn, as far as I'm aware. I don't know. I might go back into that room and see if I can upload any of those any data. And just see what's going on here and then sort through it later on. But at the moment, we've got got very limited time. We need to get out of here. We need to alert the authorities. We need to let the hive.
You are the authorities, Otto. You are the authorities.
We need to let the hive know. We need to let the rest of the hive know so they can get out of here before this becomes a fucking ticking time bomb plague.
Well,
Misery and despair.
Otto,
More than it is already.
What do you find off the computers, Otto? You're the smart one. What did you find?
I found lots of files. Loads of files.
Oh, good. That'll come in
I have
handy.
detailed files on things, but I need to download them.
No. So what you found was there's nothing stored on the cogitator. Everything was stored to these external storage devices, which you saw in all these pigeonholes, and they've all got handwritten labels attached to them.
Right. What? I'm gonna look through that. I'm gonna go back in and look at the handwritten labels.
All right.
For anything like
Zombie Army or something like that. You know what I mean? I might find a private DVD collection or something like that. You know what I mean? Like Dawn of the Dead? What the hell is this?
So I'm gonna go and check it out and just see what I can see.
Sure. Okay. Give me. I've written investigation here, but I don't think that's really a skill in this game. I think that's from a different game. Give me a
Different game.
a search
Different time.
test, Otto. A search or
Scrutiny?
perception.
Scrutiny.
Yeah, scrutiny will do.
Inquiry.
Search or scrutiny or perception, and it would be plus 30. This is not a difficult thing to look at. These are all quite
I'll go for perception.
handwritten.
Slightly better.
It's the crossover's getting ridiculous now. I keep coming up with Dark Heresy stuff in D&D, and now the D&D stuff's crept into Dark Heresy as well. All right, 1 degree of success. Okay. There are dozens and dozens of these small storage devices. Just a second, let me turn that down a bit. And the labels upon them, handwritten, indicate times, dates, and there are also names. And you notice one of these devices indicates yesterday, late in the evening. It has no name written on it, but it does say new customers, which is then crossed out, and it says possible new muscle in its place. That catches your eye. And also you see these are all in chronological order, and the most recent device is labelled with the name F. Thane, and it has today's date, and the time is about an hour ago.
Okay, I'm gonna grab it off the shelf and put it into the player or whatever it's called.
Okay.
And then just watch it. I'll be like, time is of the essence, but we need to have a look at this.
What's
You also
tried to look at the words, but they didn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's all right. Don't just look away. Just look away, Kenny.
you also
Look through the telescope. Keep an eye on them skeletons or whatever they are.
You also, as you grab this recording, Otto, you quickly cast your eye over some of the others, and you see this same name, F. Thane, a handful of other times going back over the last few months.
Okay, so
I'll be like, Kenny, can you grab those ones with saying F. Fane? I believe it.
I'm gonna look around.
you don't know.
I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna have an anxiety.
Is there a marker or anything like that lying around like that? I'm gonna get my auto quill out and then just go right. I'm just gonna scroll along the ones that I want him to pick. All the ones that I scribble on. This one and this one and this one. Like that. I'm just gonna shuffle along the things, putting crosses on the ones that we want you to pull out.
You realise by the time you've gone through and marked them all, you could have gone through and taken them off.
I was just going to say, Canny is not the smartest man, but he does question, why is Otto making me do this? Why isn't he just picking them up himself?
I can reach the high shelves. That's what it is.
That's true, yeah, Otto wouldn't reach the high ones.
I'm going to say, shut up, Hannibal, you're not even here. Is what I'm going to obey Otto. I'm going to do exactly what he says and grab all these tapes as quickly and as efficiently as I can.
Okay, cool.
We'll have a moving of it when we get back.
Okay, so are you still putting the first one that you found in the machine?
Yeah.
Okay, it unspools itself, and you need to use a pen to wind it back in. No, it's a recording of a transmission, and the date and timestamp is indeed about an hour ago, and it shows a visual of a withered-looking, sick-looking man, and he says, "Thank you for your business, Mr. Endish. Your assistance these last months have been invaluable to me, as it was to my brother before me and my father before him." And as he coughs, you see some sort of worm-like creature come out of his mouth and fall to the floor. "But my father lacked vision and ambition, but not I, not my brother either. You shall be rewarded for your part in this, Mr. Endish. And when the time comes, do not fear. Embrace what is to come. For we bring you gifts, and the blessed flesh welcomes all." And then the transmission ends.
Okay. Well, that's enough evidence to, destroy this entire city. So,
But what does it mean?
Get out of it.
What does it mean, Otto? but what does it mean, Otto?
It means, Kenny, that we're fucked unless we get out of here and evacuate the entire city. This entire place is a plague pit. We need to get out of here. We need to fucking nuke it from space. Fucking destroy
It's the
the
only way
planet.
to be sure.
The only way to be sure. Let's get out of it. I'm not even joking, Kenny. Just let's do this. Let's go. Can we take out a telescope? It's quite nice.
So I've pinched it already. So
Excellent. Good.
Yeah, you can add.
part of my pirate gear.
Yeah, you can add Omar's brass telescope to your. You can add Omar's definitely not corrupted brass telescope to your inventory, Kenny. It's not corrupted.
Looks a bit corrupted.
It's definitely not. It's definitely not.
I am adding that in here, definitely.
Clean the eyepiece a little bit, maybe.
Okay.
So let the whole team know it's like we need to get our weapons. We need to get out of here. We need to alert the rest of the city because the shit's coming. The shitstorm's coming. And
Just
it's shuffling towards.
What about Omar? What about Omar?
Just one problem.
Is the whole reason Trantier, shut up, Trantier. We're working our way through this. No, like it's that's the whole reason we came here was for Omar. Otto. Omar.
Alright, let's fight one. Let's get him there and get out. Extract him and then fucking get out of here. Get our weapons and get away. I'm dead, man.
I don't need any weapons. I've got all my weapons.
I suppose you do. I do. Got this crappy auto gun. It's only been fired once.
We're gonna head back to where we last.
Okay.
All right.
Let's try and pay.
As you head that way, Trantier, who's still frog marching the manservant along, is like, "Oh, you're great, Trantier. You're my best friend, Trantier. You're the only one that understands me. Oh, shut up, Trantier." Oh. She's just chuntering away.
Canny's going to remember, when she was chatting up Gaius bitterly and ignore her.
Oh. Hannibal, it's back to you.
Okay.
Hayden, are you alive, Hayden?
To sleep.
No. Okay. Hannibal?
Mr. Hannibal, what you seen? What's over there on that side?
Some dead fucker burning in his fireplace.
All right.
Couple of bedrooms and a couple of crappers. That's about it.
Where's Omar? Where's fucking Omar?
No idea, but he might well be the guy who's burning in the fireplace.
Hannibal, as you open this door into this room south of you, you see this bedroom. It's much better kept, more well appointed than the previous one you looked in. And there's a pile of clothes on the floor by the fireplace, and you can smell the strong scent of promethium, and you can hear splashing coming from this other door down here.
The bathroom. there a lock?
It looks like it's just a very simple wooden door.
No keyhole I can have a perv through.
No, there's just a standard door handle. There's no lock or anything on this door.
You're gonna get a shock when you.
Is he a peeper? Uh-oh.
Why do you think he's got a camo cloak?
Professional
Right,
briefing,
his
right?
fucking trench coat. I shall kick the door open and say, knock, knock.
Okay, you haven't met Omar Endish yet, have you?
Nope.
Right, I'm gonna go for a wee, and then we're gonna meet Omar Endish. Be right back.
You're in for a treat.
Oh, you're gonna love this.
You're in for a treat, Dave. Do you ever watch what's the word again? It's League of Gentlemen. You ever watch
League
that?
of Gentlemen, yeah.
Yeah, so there's definitely something.
This guy's hair lip, basically. So don't be surprised if he invites you into the shower. What are we going to do about these fucking zombies, man? It's
I don't know. They're only zombies. I don't know, but like, there's an army of them.
Walk away from them slightly quicker.
yeah, that's the best defense.
So the way I like to think that if we kill the head necromancer, all the zombies will just fall to bits. That's how I would do it, right? Yeah.
I like your thinking.
Yeah. Let's find this. Whoever the chaos guy is at the top. Chop his head off. No, I don't know. It looks well. I don't know if it's in character, but our character looks like Endish. He's just trying to join this cult, not at the top of it.
Works.
He's just a businessman. I don't think he's even aware of the scale of the.
He's just trying
on.
to make a few pounds.
He's trying to make a few pennies on the side during difficult times.
In the moment just before you kick open the door, Hannibal, you hear a voice from inside. You hear someone singing, and he's singing, "Blessings of Sintrus on the faithful," and you boot the door open and say, "Knock, knock." And you see this man. He looks like he's maybe in his late 40s. He's got quite a portly frame, bit of a pot belly, and he has a towel round his waist, and he's drying his hair with another towel, and he turns to you and goes, "Oh, what on terra? Ooh, it has been a long time since I had such a strapping young man in my bedroom."
Not the first time. You Omar.
Yes?
He's in here, can he?
I'm going to head over.
Okay. He looks a little concerned that you've... Unfortunately, I don't have a naked Omar Endish model. So you're heading over. I'm going to move Otto and the others. I'm going to bring everyone into this room, actually.
Hayden's fell asleep off camera.
Yeah, I can see it just to the side of his face.
You gotta go. That's all there is to it.
Okay.
I think we're gonna see a resurgent Hayden around 9:15.
9ish. I reckon about 9ish he'll wake up and he'll...
Quarter past 20:09.
Yeah, I think we will.
He's back in the game. Don't worry about it.
What you need to do, Pigs, is you need to secrete yourself in his house and set up little fucking buzzer systems, little piezoelectric fucking jabbers, so we can all press buttons here and shock the fucker to wake him up.
No, we don't need that. We need a way of contacting his daughter, because as has happened before, she's just wandered up to him, hasn't she, when she's found him asleep in his garage when he's been playing, and she's just gone and jabbed him and woke him up.
Violently shook is what I would say.
Yeah.
You violently shook him.
It was brilliant. So anyway, Omar stood there, and as you come in, he sees you all, and he goes, "What on terror is happening? Oh, Benston, why didn't you tell me I had guests?" And the manservant from the edge of Trantia's pointed sword says, "Sorry, sir, won't happen again, sir. Well, it's been a much longer time since I had this many men in my bedroom, but they were all invited. You are not. Tell me, how did you get past my security?"
Well, it wasn't that fucking difficult in all things considered. I mean, you might want to, for such a rich and important man, might want to work on these security measures. Because they weren't quite up to scratch, were they, Hannibal?
They're a bit shit, to be fair.
Well, I mean, yeah, we've seen
not
better,
moving.
No, I mean, anyway.
Turn the defense servitors on. Instead of in rest mode. Just to save electricity.
Oh, I remember now. I went out. I forgot to turn them back on when I came back. Oopsie.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't think you realise the seriousness of the situation, Mr. Endish.
Canny, I'd like you to make an awareness test, please, at +20.
It's this type of game, and in this type of game, every roll with a high amount. So yeah, so it's a big fail there on that one.
Okay.
3 degrees of failure.
All right. Says, wait a moment. I know you. We did business yesterday evening, and you came looking for work this morning. I do not have work for you yet. I told you I would contact you. You're so impatient. I like this.
Well, you like big muscly men bursting into your fucking chambers? Is that what you say?
Well, who doesn't really?
You're not taking this seriously at all here. You're in a lot of trouble. We don't have anything resembling a rosette or anything like that, do we? We don't have any way of
you
showing
do.
that we're Inquisition, or do we?
Gaius does, and Hannibal has been given. What did I give Hannibal? I gave Hannibal some sort of identifying papers if you needed them, didn't I? What did I give you? But yeah, Gaius has. He doesn't have a rosette, but he does have like a medallion with the Inquisition symbol on that was given to him for this mission if he needed it.
You give me an inquisitorial cipher ident.
That's it. Yeah.
I'm gonna say to him, look, you're not taking this seriously at all. We're here from a higher power. You know the one. The Inquisition. This is no laughing matter. You're in a lot of fucking trouble. I don't see how you can possibly get out of this alive. I'm gonna turn to Hannibal. What do you reckon? Seems like he's been up to some nasty business, dealing in corpses. I don't think he can fucking carry on with his happy-go-lucky attitude.
Not when the entire city's about to be engulfed in a fucking plague shitstorm, mate.
Zombies that he's probably facilitated.
Canny, I would like you to make an intimidation roll.
Okay.
With a +10 for bringing up the name of the Inquisition, and if anyone else is doing anything to reinforce this, let me know.
I'm gonna go, yeah, behind Canny.
Okay.
I said reinforce, Johnny, not not ruin entirely.
Yeah.
I've failed my intimidate. I am having one of those games. So.
Okay. Well, it is an opposed test, so.
Okay, so I think 1 degree or 2.
Yeah. 2 degrees of failure. He's failed by no. Wait, has he failed? I need to check that.
Sounds like your new album name, Pigs.
What, has he failed?
2 degrees of failure.
The current working title, we keep coming up with increasingly more ridiculous album titles. The current latest one is Unexpected Album in the Baggage Area. He has just failed his test, so he does look a little spooked and a little scared of you, Canny, but he looks you up and down and goes, Inquisition? Nonsense! I have done nothing to incur the wrath of such people. Why would the Inquisition be down here? And he looks you up and down and says, you're trying it on. You're unhappy I did not have work for you, and now you're trying to extort me or something.
I will show him my ident.
Okay. Hannibal, I'd like you now to make an intimidation check. You get a +20 for the ident and a +10 for Canny. Already throwing the name out there.
I was going to say to him, it's not us you need to worry about. It's fucking Gaius. When he gets in here, you'll really be in trouble.
Where is Gaius? Who is Gaius? Who knows?
Sleeping out on a corridor.
I'm going to bring Gaius in, even though he's not here. He says, "Oh, please, pull the other one. Why would the Inquisition concern themselves with gantry? We are no problem. We are good God Emperor-fearing folk here." And he gestures to above fireplace, where there is an Aquila, and he even turns his back briefly, and you see on his naked back, he does have some scripture tattooed upon his back. It seems to be a prayer to Saint Drusus.
I'd like to say to him, "Do you buy and sell corpses? It's not a difficult question."
Do I buy and sell corpses? Please! What do I look like? A dealer of corpses?
You look like a fucking merchant to me.
Well, yes, I sell many things. I have sold things to you that not all of which were acquired legally, I might add.
That's not what I asked you. I asked you whether you buy and sell corpses. It's not. Don't beat about the bush here, Omar.
Corpses? No! Why would I buy and sell corpses?
So to help somebody raise an army of undead that's approaching, shuffling towards Gantry right as we speak, perhaps. And I was going to just raise an eyebrow.
He looks at you, Otto, as you say this. Is an army? What are you talking about?
Come with me. Canny, grab him. We'll need that telescope as well.
I like it's mine now.
Yeah, I know you can keep it, but we just need to show Omar what he's done. He doesn't know.
We'll frog. He fucking knows. We're gonna frog march him over to the computer room.
Okay.
He's in on it, Otto. They're all in on it.
Yeah.
You frog march him over to the computer room.
Okay. Forget the telescope out. If you get the telescope out, he needs to look through it.
Yeah, I'll put the telescope.
And then as he does that, I'm going to get the video of him talking to the one that we drew up within the last hour of him talking to this guy, and I'm going to put that in and play it whilst he's looking through that. In the background, I want that conversation playing as he looks at this zombie army.
Right.
Just so the reality sets in of what he's actually caused. Help facilitate.
All right, and he looks for a moment through the telescope, and you look yourself, and you see these people are slowly approaching this bridge. It does look like you've got a bit of time.
Yeah.
And he slowly goes pale as he listens to the words of this pale person, which I don't know if you've noticed the relevance of the name because it's been a while, but F. Fane. If you remember, the guy that died at the beginning of this adventure was called Darnis Fane, and Feru Fane was his...
Yeah, I do, yeah. It's the one that disappeared.
Yeah. And he takes all this in and he looks at you and says, No, this is not me. The bodies are not out there.
Yes, mate, they are.
No.
Don't believe him, Otto. He's not innocent. He's in on it.
No, you don't understand. The bodies are not out there. They're here. In Gantry.
What on earth do you mean? You mean there's more?
He begins to tell you a story. He tells you how, up until a couple of years ago, he had an illicit sideline trade with Keldor Fane, the patriarch of the Fane family. Every month or so, Keldor would bring a body. A young, healthy, untainted lowhiver, a rarity in itself. And these he would sell to Omar Endish. And Omar would sell these bodies to wealthy merchants from the Midhive or lesser nobility, those who couldn't afford to pay the hefty price of rejuvenat treatments. And these bodies would be harvested for the materials needed for black market rejuvenat treatments. And this technique has gone on for many years. It's a victimless crime, says Omar, and the money that has been raised has been used to rebuild Gantry, to make it safe, to get food and clothing and shelter for all those who live here. And it was all the idea of Vornus Crimson, the leader of the Red Walk. However, 2 years ago, Keldor Fane died, and his son, Tormus, took over. And Tormus came to Omar. He carried on the business for a while, but eventually he came to Omar and told him he had a buyer. He had a buyer for a lot more bodies. And for months and months, Tormus has been bringing bodies to Gantry, to Omar. And Omar has been storing them. But the buyer never came. 1 more month, Tormus told him. And then the buyer will be here. He's lost, delayed in the warp, perhaps, en route to Desolation. 1 more month. Again and again, Tormus told him this. Eventually, Tormus stopped bringing the bodies. He too had grown sick. And Omar tells you how he has not seen him for some time, but his younger brother, Feru, has begun bringing bodies. 1 more month, Feru has been telling him, for 6 months. The bodies, says Omar, they are here, in the town.
How many are we talking?
You hear a scream outside. Many. Thousands.
So you're telling me 1 more month? Would that be 7 months?
Something like that, yes?
Yeah, I don't know what I mean. For a minute there, I thought that was significant, but look,
How many ways are there into Gantry? Is there just the one bridge?
Oh, there is the bridge that leads further up Hive, but there is always the rat way.
what's this fucking rat way?
The lifts, the rope lifts that lead down to the Sump River, but that way is dangerous.
I think the way across the bridge is about to become very dangerous as well.
What do you mean? What do you mean dangerous? Dangerous how? So I'd like to
The
ask
rat
Omar,
way.
Yeah, why dangerous?
The river is... it is bad. It can corrode flesh. It can melt through the hull of ships that are sailing upon it. And there are things living within the river. And some say there are tribes of twists living on the banks of the Sump River that attack anything in sight.
Well, that's not really much of an escape route, is it? How the fuck are we going to get out of here? Have you got any transport? Can you get us out of here?
Transport? No, I have no transport. I haven't left this town in 20 years.
Okay.
Where are these bodies held, Omar? Where are the bodies now?
You hear another scream from outside. Omar looks panicked.
Okay,
There are warehouses all over the city.
Right, I'm going to check the surveillance, if I can. Look
Okay.
at the surveillance and just see if I can see an outside view or, check the corridors and stuff as well.
All right. As you flick through them all, you don't see any on the servitors that are in this house. You don't see anything obvious happening there, but you do see, or rather, on the servitor that is based in the Sanctuary Gallows in the bar. You don't see much because it's just staring at a wall, but you do hear some very loud screaming coming through its audio receptors.
Okay. Whereabouts is that?
The Sanctuary Gallows, the bar where you've been a number of times.
Okay. I think we need to get out of here and we need to take him with us. And I'm going to gesture towards Omar Endish.
I think you're right, but tell you what we also need to do, we need to burn these fucking bodies. Or at least some of them. We need to start some fucking fires. These bodies, they're gonna raise them all up. There's gonna be a whole fucking army here. We've got to do what we can to stop it.
How much Prometheum have you got? You better have a lot of Prometheum, mate, otherwise it's all our funerals.
There is promethium in one of my warehouses. It is not far from here. There is many barrels. I supply the entire town.
Take us.
Okay. I don't know what that was. Okay.
we need to do something. We need to do something involving Promethean to fucking burn these fucking zombies. You know what I mean? It's
We need to purify this town.
Right, I'm just going to get a beer.
Be right back.
What are your thoughts, Dave?
Don't know really. Just along for the ride at the moment.
Okay, cool.
It's it must be
Fucking
tricky
zombies,
for
man.
must be tricky for you, Dave, because you're kind of been thrown into the middle of an adventure in the middle of a long-running campaign. So there's there is a lot going on in this game as well. You haven't even begun to scratch the surface of some of the bullshit that's been going on. Wait until I start banging on about Siegfried's weird hallucinations / dreams when we get to the Siegfried part of the game.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Right, okay.
He's been hunted as well. He's been hunted at the moment, Siegfried, as well.
Yeah, he doesn't even know yet. He doesn't even know that. No. All right.
He's not that bad a person.
No, he's only killed several hundred innocent civilians for sport.
But it was fun. And there was so little else to do on Glenafro.
Okay, right. Just wait for Al to come back.
Oh.
By the way, when you looked at the bridge the second time with Omar, these people walking across the bridge don't seem to have got very far. You estimate you've probably got 30 to 40 minutes before they reach the gate of Gantry.
Right, we need to get out. The gate is basically where we left our weapons as well, isn't it? So
yeah, all your firearms will be at the gate as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got. I don't know if what do you call it? I'm not sure if this leader of the Red Walk, is it gang? Is it?
Yeah, the Red Walk.
Yeah, if he's actually aware of any of this, or in league, or even in league with these this cult. I don't think he will be. I don't think he's aware of the scale of what's been going on. Really, I think it's he had good intentions to basically revive this town, but I don't think he was aware that having this many bodies, this trade might cause problems down the line like this. But then again, most citizens in the Imperium are completely unaware of. So
yeah, most people in the 40k universe don't know what demon is, don't know what chaos is, don't know what anything fucking is, do they? Don't even know what a las gun is unless they've been in the fucking military.
Exactly. So it's quite likely we could use them, they could be allies, of sorts, or they could. But they need to be warned, I suppose. It just depends how we play it. It's we don't say that we're in the Inquisition, but we could. You need to get an alert to them somehow and just see, because they're going to need to defend. I mean, a couple of guards on the gate are not going to do an awful lot against a flipping horde of shufflers, are they? So.
Yeah, I don't know how to call it in though, Otto. I don't know how to get in contact with this Red Gang. But yeah, they need to know. If they're in on it, fair enough. But if they're not, they need a chance to survive.
We're going to need them, and we're going to need them as well.
Okay, as you leave Omar Endish's abode, you do hear the occasional distant scream, but it's very hard to pinpoint where it's coming from, because for some reason a thick fog has risen up over Gantry, limiting vision to perhaps 10 meters, and you can hear as you begin to head down into Gantry itself, you can hear a few people that pass you by comment on this fog, and you hear people saying things like, "Never seen nothing like it before." Someone else says, "It's gas! I'm sure someone's trying to gas us!" Someone else is banging on about whatever it is, it's a bad omen. And you can hear someone saying, "Oh, I knew it would happen one day! The town must be collapsing!" And it seems that no one knows what this fog is, but one thing is for certain. It's unusual, and it's frightening people. You even notice some members of the Red Walk in their red leathers walking by, seemingly concerned by it. And sounds as you're walking through the streets are hard to pinpoint, indistinct. Everything's a bit disorientating. And then you round a corner, not far from Omar's house, and there are half a dozen men men and women in red hive leathers, bristling with blades in pouches and sheaths upon their armour. And their flesh, their exposed flesh on their faces, their arms, their shoulders, is gouged in these intricate patterns and dyed to scar them permanently. And Canny and Gaius would both realise these are flesh cutters, members of the Red Walk. You've dealt with these people before, Canny, back in the workers' house, in an old transit station for Gaius, and of course, more recently, you butchered Facebiter and his boys. And right now, Canny wears his hat. And these 6 figures spread out before you and say, none of them are drawing any weapons. One of them does have a pistol strapped to his thigh, you notice. One of them says, "Mr. Crimson would like a word with you. All of you."
Who does he think we are? How does he know who we are? What's going on?
"I do not know. I'm merely the messenger. He wishes to speak to you about an incident in the sanctuary gallows earlier today."
We need to speak to him anyways. Take us there. Take us there. With all haste.
Yeah, you do it as a favour.
Yeah.
How very convenient.
I'm going to tip my hat to him.
Okay. There's a moment where he seems to focus on this hat, Canny, and he frowns. And these 6 people lead you down, along with Omar Endish, and they head to the edge of Gantry and around and down the outside wall of Gantry in this spiralling staircase that spins around the structure of the city. Let me give you the picture of Gantry, because I like that picture. Where are we? There we go. Nope, that's Desolation. Where is Gantry? There it is. I do enjoy this picture.
It's a nice city.
It is, it's good, isn't it?
Shame if anything was to happen to it.
It would be if it fell into the sump. It'd be horrible, all those innocent people. You're led down around the outside of the city, and you can see occasionally through gaps in the floor plates and over the handrail this sluggish green river far below, and it glows softly in the darkness. And eventually, you find yourselves being led along a catwalk that hangs under the settlement towards what is obviously the prow of a vast vessel, which you can see just here on the picture.
Cool.
Similar in design, you believe, to the Reckless Endeavour, the vessel that brought you to this world. It hangs from the tangles of cable far above, pointing downwards towards the sump. And it is around the ship that Gantry has been constructed. And this far down the city, this close to the Sump River, you can smell the caustic, chemical reek of the waters below. "Welcome to Red Sky ship," says the man who brought you here. And you're led inside via an ancient, strangely orientated airlock. Hayden's reconnecting.
He's alive.
He's about half an hour ahead of where I expected him.
Yeah. No picture from him, just some squares. There's Hayden. Hi, Hayden. Was it Liz that woke you up, or one of your kids?
No.
She's tidying up around him, look.
He's still Give him a minute. He'll be back in the. He's like, you took my caffeinated drink. I
You
needed
took
that.
my beverage, woman. What are you doing? Why have you taken that?
Caffeinated. It was caffeinated. I needed that caffeine.
Did.
Are you still
No,
there?
it's
Hayden?
good.
Yeah, he's there. Oh my god. The Plague Father! It has touched him in his absence.
Sorry.
You alright, Hayden?
Yeah, I've had a short power nap.
Yeah, we noticed.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you a brief.
We knew you'd be back in the game, man. We knew.
We did. We had
We did.
faith.
It's the right time to have a nap early, not late.
Yeah.
I'll give you a quick rundown of what's gone on, Hayden. Gaius got stuck in the wall, between the wall and a servitor, because I didn't know what else to do with you. Otto and Canny found some tapes that indicated Mr. Fane, Mr. Ferro Fane, had been contacting Omar, and Hannibal found Omar just getting out of the bath. Had a little bit of a weird glimpse of his naked form, and then there was a bit of a confession, maybe. After Otto and Canny saw a load of what Canny has described as plague zombies shuffling across the bridge towards the city, and told Omar of this, Omar has basically said, no, that can't be right. The bodies are in the city, not outside the city. And right now, you've all been dragged along by some of the Red Walk gangers to see Mr. Crimson, who has demanded your presence. Okay, so you've arrived at Red Sky's ship, and you're led to this ancient, strangely orientated airlock. The floors and ceilings have become walls and vice versa due to the angle of this ship hanging down. And it gives many of the rooms here a strange, narrow but lofty feel. And there are ladders and makeshift staircases constructed, like much of Gantry, out of discarded scrap metal that allow access to various levels of this strange, confusing labyrinth layer of Vaunus Crimson, the king of the Red Walk gang. And it is through this warren of rusted steel that you are led to a chamber that you imagine was once perhaps the bridge of this ancient craft. Platforms and scaffold line the area, creating a multi-leveled space, at the heart of which stands a throne of sorts, made entirely of fused together trophy knives. And sat upon this throne is a man dressed in faded, gaudy clothing, perhaps in a style that would have been popular amongst the nobility a century or two earlier. He wears a ragged cloak, with attached epaulets draped over his shoulders that appear to be that of a high-ranking naval officer. His long dark hair is greasy and unwashed. He has a small goatee, and his muscular frame is festooned with numerous sheathed blades of various sizes. And a bulky bolt pistol is strapped to one hip, and a power cutlass lays across his lap. And I think I've got a picture of Mr. Crimson somewhere. Maybe. Let's have a look. Nope, I don't. I should have, but I have forgotten it. Never mind. Okay. And he looks you up and down, and I would like Canny, please, to make an awareness test at +10, sight-based.
Pass
You-
4 degrees.
You can't help but notice, Canny. He looks a hell of a lot like King Sanchez. And he sits there. There's a table stood by his throne, upon which rests a number of heavy-looking tankards, and you can smell from 10 or 11 meters away the pungent alcohol drifting out of the smell of it drifting out of these tankards. And there's a plate piled high with chunks of charred flesh. And he says, "Wait a moment, I need to get my accent."
Right, I've got to disappear for a minute, guys.
All right. He says, "Welcome, friends. Welcome. Tell me, Who are you? Why do you come to my home, to this place, to Gantry?
You muted, buddy. Hayden, by the way. Hello.
Do we have a flamer?
Do we have a flamer?
Yeah.
No.
I don't believe we do.
I'll say hello. We are just lost.
Lost?
Should be here.
Really?
Yeah. Wrong place, wrong time.
This is interesting to me. I'd like you to make a deceive test, please, Gaius.
Okay, a deceive.
Mhm.
No, we shouldn't be here. Okay. I can make 16. That's because I'm witch. Duh. No. Let's try to put it to the test.
He holds up. A Vox playback device and presses a button on it, and you hear a voice. It's Canny's voice, and it says, "This is your mission, Gaius. You're in charge." And then there's another voice, Otto's voice, and says, "Well, the Inquisitor's not here. She left." Then Seraph's
I've got to smoke the fucker then.
Seraph's voice, "We need you, Gaius. The Inquisitor made you into a weapon for exactly this reason." And then Hannibal's voice, "Mr. Gladstock sent me to expedite your mission here." And then he stops the device and he says, "Just a few of the greatest hits of your interesting little group. So I ask again, who are you and why are you here?"
I'm going to pull out my shotgun arm and shoot him.
There are about 150 people stood around you at the moment, Hayden. Just to clarify that.
Okay.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Well, make the situation a whole lot more fun, wouldn't it?
You must have slept through that.
I must have slept through that bit.
Yeah, you've slept through quite a lot of vital information here. If you guys want to talk to Hayden for a moment, I'm going to go to the toilet, grab a beer. If you want to brief him, tell him anything you think he should know, and I'm not going to listen in.
Okay, at the moment, I am heavily geared to murdering the suspects of the situation again in pure Gaius form. It probably will make the situation worse, but you know how I like to do that.
Yeah.
I'm half out of the situation here, so I needed help, lads.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work at this moment, buddy.
No, okay.
No, you've been asleep for a while, man. You got a coffee down here?
I'm half in a coffee, yep.
But now, I have to say, we've been brought over to see this guy. I don't think violence will do the trick this time. Or if it does,
right.
It'll probably get us all killed, I would say.
Okay, that sounds not the case we're looking for then. Alright, so what are we doing here? I'll say sorry I've lied, but I'm here to purge heretics. That probably won't work either, will it?
I think he's back.
Oh, it's coming. I've come to learn what is going on down here. Is that better?
Sorry?
I've got pressure.
You got pressure?
Yep.
You got pressure? You're under pressure?
Yeah, my girlfriend's taking interest. I've come to learn what's down here.
Okay. He's gonna like Mr. Crimson looks you up and down, Gaius, because so far you're the only one that's spoken. And he says, "This is interesting. You arrive in my town. You make a little trade. You go meet with my friend Mr. Endish, who is currently with you as well." And he gestures to Omar. He says, and now you are taking him somewhere. And earlier today, there was a gunfight in the sanctuary gallows. Now, he looks you all over and says, I see that you all obey my rules, except for... and one of the large gentlemen next to Otto snatches the rifle off Otto. Says, but I understand you did not bring that weapon. You see, I have eyes everywhere. And I know you didn't bring the guns. But I wonder if you brought the people who shot up my favorite drinking establishment. However, I'm willing to let bygones be bygones. After all, you did. After all, you did dispatch them. And then he looks at Otto.
I throw my large fossilized egg in his face.
He looks at Otto and he says, and you? I thank you for showing Felinda a little mercy. She was my favorite. And then he holds out his hand to Otto. And I'll deal with this when Johnny comes back, because I don't know what's going to happen. But he's just going to say to Otto, your shoes, please.
While this is happening, I'm just going to pop off 3 pins of my frag grenades and drop them all at our feet. At his feet.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Fuck yes.
Are you sure? That's the last time I'm going to ask.
Oh, give me 2 seconds to think about this, because this will make the situation hilarious and insane.
No, it won't. It will just kill at least one of you.
Oh, okay. No, I won't. Really want to do something reckless. Oh, turn to me in 5 minutes once I've woken up.
So I ask you again. Who are you? Why are you in my city? Why are there people that look like they are most unwell shooting up my bar? And why are there a metric fuck ton of people shuffling across the bridge towards my city? Because I think you know all the answers to this.
Oh. Well, to be honest, this is not much to do with us, but I will tell you something.
It's definitely to do with us. It's definitely
plague in your city, and that's why we're here, to purge the plague and these zombie people come and go away. We personally hate these zombie people and would like to see nothing more burn these heretics face of the bloody earth, because they are nothing more but stinking, foul heretics. And I'm sorry for allowing you in the first place, but I cannot help my disgust for these plague people in your city, and that's why I've come here to extinguish their dirty, filthy hides off the face of the universe. That's... I will rant on for another 5 minutes on the same line.
Okay, I'd like to make a fellowship test, please, Gaius, with a +10. And if you think you've got any skill that's higher than your fellowship that applies here, then tell me what you think it is, and we'll use that.
Okay. Willpower. I want to use my willpower because I'm shooting.
No, it'd definitely be a fellowship-based skill, but I mean, if you've got anything like charm or anything.
+10. I don't like it. Let's do it. Fucking done it.
Okay, he listens to you ranting and raving for quite some time. And eventually he stands, and he begins to walk towards you, and he still has this power blade in his hand.
Sake, we will smite the people, burn the boils and the rust from their heads, and smite them out this citadel. I hate them. There we go. Took a bit more in there.
He's going to approach you. He's got this sword in his hand. It's not powered up, but he's still holding it. And he comes up to you and he puts a hand on your shoulder and he says, "Come, my brother. Be at peace. Bask in the God Emperor's light. And he gestures towards the rear of this chamber behind his throne. And you see this faded, well, it's not faded, but kind of worn down relief carving of an Aquila that looks like it was perhaps once the deck of this ship, but now, because of the orientation of it all, it's the wall. He says, "You are amongst like-minded people here. Please." And he leads you towards his throne, Gaius.
Oh, okay.
And he gently encourages you to sit in his throne.
This is too much of an honor. All I must see is the Emperor's enemies burnt and flared before us. These
people who come to my city, they are not God-fearing people, I take it.
No, they are not. I'm sorry I got very passionate, and my mission is secret because people will try to stop me, and that's so much why I lied beforehand. And I'm sorry, I realize you're a God-serving Emperor, serving man. Will you help me purge these heretics?
He looks at you for a very long time.
I will stick him with my steely eye.
He looks at your companions one after another. And he looks at Omar. What does Mr. Endish have to do with this?
Tell him, Endish. Tell him about the bodies.
Bodies, Omar. What about the bodies?
Omar has helping.
Omar looks nervous. He says, The Fanes, Mr. Crimson. You know how they have been trading with us for many years? Mr. Crimson nods. He says, I have been taking in more bodies.
Yes.
Many more bodies. Vaughnus Crimson removes himself from Gaius' side and steps very close to Omar, and in a very low voice says, I do not recall you asking permission to change the nature of our deal with the Fanes. No, Mr. Vaughnus, no. I just, it seemed like a good business opportunity, and I was going to come to you with it when it had paid off, you know.
He was using his initiative.
He looks at you as you say this, Canny. Says, how long, Omar? Well, it's been some time. How long, Omar?
It's a filthy heretic.
almost 2 years, Mr. Crimson. Vaughnus Crimson nods. Takes the blade in his hand, runs his hand along the edge, and then he sheaths it. He pats Omar on the shoulder. Takes a few steps away from him, looks to one of his men and goes, put him in the cage. Omar begins to scream, No, Vaughnus, not the cage, please! He's like, silence! The cage. Omar Endish screams and screams as two of Mr. Crimson's men drag him from the room.
Is anyone else hungry? I'm hungry. Is there some meat over there?
There is.
I'm gonna
Mr. Crimson,
head over it. I'm gonna head over it to start helping myself.
he gestures to it as you do it, says, please, help yourself.
I'm fucking ravenous for a minute.
Oh, that lads, I had to just get my head back in the game. I was healed for a second.
I could see Rage Hayden kicking in, and I didn't want it to be the literal end of this game.
Wake up, Hayden. What? Crimson sounds like a rational man. I like him.
Yeah, he's a rational flesh cutter.
That's exactly what we need for an emperor serving.
I would describe him personally. I would describe him as a charming psychopath. He looks at you all now. Gaia's still in his throne and says, "So, what wickedness has Mr. Endish and the Fanes brought upon my people? What do you know?"
I will impart the knowledge of all the evidence we have fired upon him about the bodies,
Okay.
all the things happening. We also suspect him of being associated with the plague god, someone not of the emperor. And I will implore him that I can grab hold of his balls and use my twist function on my arm.
Wait, so as you tell him all this, do you reveal at any point that your Inquisition is an important question?
Yes, I am going to, because he knows enough. Actually, for a second, because he's heard all this, and I will say we're not supposed to see this, but we are in your city, and we need all the help we can get because the plague is upon it. It's coming time that is going to bear down upon your poor city, bear down upon the inhabitants. They will come out of the woodwork. They will come out and claim thousands and thousands of lives and ruin this city forevermore. Blah 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 blah.
Okay.
That's all.
Guys, you're not making any sense.
Blah blah blah.
He says, as you reveal who you are, he begins to laugh. Agents of the throne in my home. I am deeply honored. And he makes the sign of the Aquila and gives a very dramatic bow.
Return it.
He says, my blade is yours, and the blades of my people. Now it strikes me we have a little problem.
Yeah, the fucking zombie army.
The gates will hold for long enough. But if it is true that these bodies are also inside the city, we must do something now.
Maybe suggest burning the factories where they are.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. A good cleansing flame. That's what this city needs.
He looks to
Needs to burn.
He looks to one of his men, a very large, burly man with a huge axe on his back. He says, Gron, assemble the men. Make teams. Burn each of Mr. Endish's warehouses to the ground. Take no chances. Then he turns to the rest of you and says, I believe we may have a fight on our hands. I would be honored to fight alongside you.
That is we will be honoured to have you with us as an Emperor serving man yourself. But I will offer my good hand towards him.
Okay? He takes your hand in a warrior's grip.
Yeah.
And as he does, I would like you to make a perception check, please, at -10.
Alright. Let me try to harness the witch. As if. Alright. You got faith, don't you? You got faith.
Yeah, Gaius. Incorruptible son of a bitch.
Yeah, witchery. I have faith in my witch.
Incorruptible son of a witch.
Let's try it again. I'm going to try it again with a -10.
Frivolous use of a fate point.
Exactly.
Right. 4.
Oh! No.
All right. Seraph and Trantia are in conversation in the corner. And they come over to you, Gaius, and say, it might be a good idea. Trantia says it might be a good idea if I help Mr. Vornus's men. Fire is kind of my thing.
Yes, perfect.
Seraph draws his sword and says, I'll go with her to keep an eye on her.
No need to ask me. I know you'll do what best, Seraph.
Okay.
Well.
Mr. Crimson. Sorry,
Dave. Can I just jump in? Before Trantia goes, I'd like to hand over a load of Molotovs, I suppose. Where are we?
Okay.
I'd like to hand over kind of 5 Molotov cocktails.
Okay.
No, I will pass them. I'm going to keep all my stuff. But you'd be nice.
All right.
That's a large fossilized egg to get the fire going.
That's not how it works. That's
What is a large fossilized egg? This is the mystery.
You've had fireworks.
You've had that large fossilized egg for fucking nearly 3 years.
I'll tell you what it is. It's
literally nearly 3 years.
It's literally a dragon, and you're not even hatching it.
Oh no, I need to start sitting on it, don't I?
Right. Okay, so...
Sucking, Alan?
Sorry?
Were you sucking?
I'll suck. Yeah, of course I was sucking.
I'll suck what I want, Hayden.
Okay.
Don't call me out like that, please. I mean, we're on the internet.
Yeah,
Oh,
what are you
okay.
doing? Rein it in, Hayden. Fucking Jesus.
I don't know. I mean, someone rein him in.
You just made me all alert. Maybe I have to roleplay after 5 seconds
No
of
one
being
made
awake.
No one
No one made you do anything, Hayden.
No one made you do anything, Hayden, apart from Liz. Liz made you do things. That's all.
Let's put you in the ribs. It's like roleplay, Hayden. You fucking.
She was trying to. Yeah, she was trying to fucking put you on the spot, man. Not us.
She even sat next to me and watched us roleplay, and then when I tried to turn the camera on, she went and hid.
Mr. Crimson begins giving orders to his men, sending them out. Trantia and Seraph dash off with them. And Mr. Crimson looks at you all and says, I believe you may have left some weapons at my gates.
Aye.
I mean, I'm fine. I don't need any weapons.
Oh no, he never does.
He looks you up and down and says, I imagine you do not. But
Hold on a minute. Do you know?
Please, just pick up something.
Do you know Mr. Sanchez, Mr. Crimson?
it is not a name I am familiar with.
Oh, oh, never mind. It's just I'm sure it's a coincidence.
Canny, would you like to make a scrutiny check, please?
Of course I would. Sight-based?
Yeah, technically.
Sure.
Oh, my coffee is disgusting. I'm just gonna change my drink.
I'm gonna re-roll 100.
All right, I was gonna say you utterly believe everything that this man says for the rest of your life.
I'll re-roll 100 just on principle.
Yes, Candy, I am really Eldar. Yeah, he's lying. You see, when he says King Sanchez, you see a look across his face. It passes very briefly and then it's gone. It's a look of recognition, it's a look of pain and anguish. And he doesn't lie very well when he says, no, I do not know that name.
Okay, I'm going to pretend like I believe him.
All right.
So.
Shit, brother.
Right then, it's time to put an end to some of these bodies. Bring the fight from the God Emperor. What do you reckon, Gaius?
Oh, I agree completely. You know what? I'm in the mood. Purging.
I'm in the mood
for purging.
Splurges.
I'm going to burn all their hearts tonight.
Okay, so King Sanchez says, "This may be a long night. Let us go to the gate. We shall retrieve your weapons, and I will fight beside you." And off you head.
I'll retract my shotgun.
I'm going to say to guys, guys, did we didn't need to throw grenades on those guys, did we? That was just too keen, wasn't it, guys?
I was a little bit tempted. You know, this place smells rotten. It smells heretics.
They're on our side, guys.
Yeah, these people are good. They will help us. You're right, Kenny.
Not bad. My baby boys do very well.
Lucky I've got your good judgment as a sound character to help me along the way.
Okay, so
if I'm a sound character, then you're really in trouble, mate.
So,
you're back. It's good to see you again, Otto.
I'd like to backtrack, please, a little bit for Otto.
I've missed you, Otto. I really have.
So, Johnny, just to fill you in on what's happened here, after Gaius has stopped trying to get you all killed, what's basically happened is King Sanchez, King fucking Crimson, Mr. Crimson, whatever he goes by, has basically
King Crimson.
King Crimson. He's basically learned that you are all Inquisition. He has pledged his blade to assist you and his people. The Trantia and Seraph have gone off with his people to begin burning the warehouses. But there are obviously the vast number of bodies approaching across the bridge. And Mr. Sanchez has offered to fight alongside you. And at some point, he actually says to you, Otto, and he put Omar in a cage.
Cool.
And he says to you at some point, Otto, during all this.
He put him in the cage.
He put him in the cage, yeah. You didn't see what happened, he was just led away. But at some point during all this, Otto, Mr. Crimson has thanked you for the mercy you showed for Linda. He wasn't very pleased that you had a gun, and the gun was taken off you.
That's fine.
But he thanked you for showing Felinda some mercy, and then he asked you for your shoes.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I'll give you them if you can provide me with a suitable replacement.
Okay, so you give him the shoes.
Yeah.
He reaches around in one, then into the other, and he pulls out a small device which he drops on the floor and crushes, and then he hands you your shoes back.
What was that?
My best girl was instructed to monitor the four of you when you arrived. You were interesting from the beginning. And I would also like to point out, by the way, that I told Otto he saw that being planted and reminded of him at the beginning of every session for the last 3 sessions that he saw that. He never did anything about it.
That's irrelevant
I know,
information.
but that was part of my plan.
That's irrelevant.
That was all part of my plan, Dave.
All right.
Well, it sounds like it's going in the exact direction that it needed to go in. So I don't feel like my absence has been a bad thing. So
I mean, it very nearly was when Hayden was like, "I'm going to start chucking frag grenades at my own feet." You know, that was very nearly bad.
Dude. Let's end this.
Let's end this entire campaign right fucking now!
It makes me think when I've spoken up.
Hold on. No one made you do anything, Hayden. No one made you do fuck all.
All right.
Make you do it.
So here we go.
Yeah, exactly. You made you do all the things that you have done.
I love doing what I do.
And all the things that you'll ever do.
All right, but just that's it. You know, it's not as
blaming you anyway. Okay. You're responsible. It's you, Alan. Actually, you.
I wish I could control you with the puppet strings, but I can't do that. So.
No, worst.
If I could control you, do you know what I'd do? I'd set you on DVD
Fire.
drivers. No. I'd set them on DVD drivers. Set them on fire.
Anyway, right. So you leave Red Sky Ship and you begin making your way back up through the city, and occasionally you see fires here and there, and you notice that the warehouse districts are quite on the edge of the city, and you can see King Crimson's men dismantling shanty buildings around the warehouses, to make a fire break. They clearly know what they're doing here, and they're beginning to burn stuff. And after maybe 5 or 10 minutes of ascending the city back towards the mid-level where the bridge is, you start to hear the sounds of battle. And you hear screams of fear and pain, and the groans, horrific groans, the occasional gunshot, not too many. You realise that maybe they haven't got to all the warehouses in time, but they've got to some of them. And as you... Where are we? As you round a bend, you can smell death and rot on the air. And immediately you spy in the heavy mist ahead of you, a few meters away, the body of something shambling along. Its head lolls at an awkward angle. One arm is missing at the elbow, and you see this foul, unearthly glow in the eyes, and you hear this low of the creature shuffling towards you. Mr. Crimson's pistol comes up. The deafening boom of a bolt round blows the creature apart. And from all around you, in this heavy mist, you can hear these sounds of groaning and wailing, and these yells of fear and anger and pain, and the sounds of tearing flesh, the occasional staccato bark of a pistol or a rifle. Somewhere ahead of you, you hear the booming, repeating thud of a heavy weapon, and you recall the heavy stubbers fixed to the gates leading into the town, lying somewhere ahead of you. Of that you are certain. And there too lies the gatehouse, where your firearms are stored. And as this revelation comes to you, the staccato barking of the stubbers falls silent. The neon sign of the sanctuary gallows over to one side in the gloom flickers, and you can hear low moans coming from a warehouse to the other side of the road. And in the distance, you can see flickering flames coming from the direction of Endish Manor. Two men in red leathers of the Red Walk gang sprint past. "They're coming up the fucking rat lines!" one of them yells. "Seal the gate! They're swarming the bridge!" The sounds of combat, screaming, moaning, and the bellows of instruction ring out in the mist that has begun to swallow the town. And you can hear yells, snippets from citizens and members of the Red Walk alike, and you can begin to form a picture in your mind of what is happening here. Gantry is under attack, and some of the enemy are already inside. Mr. Crimson looks panicked.
I'm gonna Can I do something here?
Do whatever you like.
I will use Emperor's Sign, and I will use Holy Radiance to rally, help people around me to become, obviously, empowered by the Emperor's Light.
Okay, we don't see many of these from Mr. Mortalis.
I will do it this time.
So what do they do, Gaius?
Second, Holy Radiance is like a leadership buff. Let me just type it in because
I reckon that might. But it's Holy Radiance. That might be. That might actually have an effect against this fog. Surely, if it's like some sort of warp.
It's very specific. Warp. It's very specific what it does, if I remember right.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay. Radiance.
I was fishing for buffs, Dave.
I know. Oh, you're going to get a buff anyway at this rate. This is what Hayden's character literally is. He's a buffing tank. He's basically a 40k paladin.
There's no harm for fishing, you know. You never know.
No, there's not. There's not.
Well, catching at the end, so you know.
But all I'm saying is,
and if you don't ask, you don't.
If you don't ask, you don't get. But you don't need any more buffs when Hayden pulls his fucking full-on paladin bullshit out, because it is pretty powerful.
Cool.
It's like anti-fear, isn't it, or something?
Yeah.
We're gonna need that.
This is
I
just,
don't need that.
you know,
I've got ghost fire.
Yeah, you don't need it, but the other guys might.
Oh damn, that's just me fronting because I'm running out and
give me a second. It's not coming up with what I want, but it's Empress Sign, Faithful, Dark Hand, Heresy, Gentle, Blood and Mass, Holy Radiance is much better. Alright, here we go. Holy Radiance. Empress Sign, Faith Powers. Blessed Ignorance. Oh, it's so... Oh, there it is. Holy Radiance. I see it. It's just really tiny. Because it won't zoom in. Right. To stand in the presence of a truly faithful disciple of a God Emperor is to bathe in their confidence of conviction. When this power is activated, your character and all allies and it's really tiny, this, by the way, see and hear them. Do not... Oh, what's that? Upgrade the difficulty of fear checks.
Nicole says hello, by the way.
Great.
Hello, Nicole.
Reduce the difficulty of all checks. Once this would... so it's basically...
Right.
I negate all sort of minuses to the fear checks.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so you don't get the -10 to demonic presence if that happens, and you get +10 to all fear tests. And I believe you can do this to all allies that you can see and hear, which is currently
all allies
everybody.
See and hear me. I'm going to be shouting at the top of voice, preaching the Emperor's light.
Okay, so that uses a fate point, by the way, Hayden.
I know that, but I'm just going to have to do it anyway because it's about time I use one for it.
It's a good use of it. So at the moment,
word.
So this is something you guys need to decide as a group now. So you're heading towards the gate, which you know is under attack. You know there is a warehouse that has not been burnt that you can hear groaning from. You can see Endish Manor is on fire. You've heard that they're coming up the rat lines as well. And you also know that there is trouble in the Sanctuary Gallows. So you've got 5 options here of what you guys... where you guys want to go.
Right, the warehouse always sounds bad, but the incursion from where the plague came from, obviously
the rat way.
Plug the rat.
Yeah, we could do again some Prometheum down there, rolling some barrels, getting some flame down there just to stop them from coming up.
We could do with also getting the gate and getting to our weapons as well.
Is it time to split the party?
No, don't be stupid. Don't do that.
Do not ever do that. Right, so I've put in chat the 5 options where you know there is shit going down. So what's going to happen here is you guys need to choose where you want to go, and you're not going to be able to respond to all of these threats. But you're going to be able to respond to some of them. You don't know how many, and different ones that you respond to have different effects on what comes next. So decide amongst yourselves where you want to go first. You don't have to decide everything, just decide where you want to go first, and I'll be right back.
And work our way back, because then we can get our weapons.
Yeah.
Well, I'm good for weapons. I've still got a shotgun hand and a bloody power mace. I'm probably one of the best for weapons. Kenny doesn't need a weapon, but you two probably do.
Yeah.
In all fairness, well, mind you, we've got... Hannibal has a Tyranid blade and hand weapons, which are probably totally effective. Do you need any other weapons, Hannibal? What do you think?
Depends where we go, really.
Well,
I've got a variety of weapons for different situations.
You won't have any ranged weapons while you're on you. The only thing, we've got one person what depends on them.
I've got ranged weapons on me.
You have?
Nobody knows about it because I haven't got it out, but I've got ranged weapons on me.
Cool.
Alright. Cannibal, what say you?
What about me?
Oh, Cannibal. We've got a few places to go. Gate, warehouse, Rat, Elysium, Endish Manor, or Sanctuary Gallows.
Okay, so I don't know where's. I want to know first where Trantia and Seraph went.
They've gone off to help. Well, Trantia has gone to help some of the Red Walk burn the warehouses because she has a thing for fire, and Seraph has gone to keep an eye on her.
Okay, so the warehouses already have 2 of us down there. We've just come from the manor. The gate is where the actual attack's coming, and that's where the range weapons are. I don't need range weapons, but I don't know if anyone, I think Otto could really do with them, to be honest.
I do.
Yeah. And then the gallows is the gallows just like the kind of almost like the high street, Dave.
That's the bar. That's the Sanctuary Gallows is the bar where you've been.
Bar.
Yeah.
Okay, so the bar itself, I don't know. Yeah. I'm not sure if we need to be there, but...
We know there's a shotgun behind the bar, behind the counter if it's not being used.
And then what the rat lines, is it down below where there seems to be another attack coming?
The rat lines, are basically like a series of crude lifts that go down to the Sump River level. And you've seen when you approach, there's crude barges and stuff there. There's a bit of trade takes place down in the settlements around the riverbank, stuff like that.
So it seems to me that they're attacking in on the gate and the rat lines, and they've also got like zombies obviously coming up from the warehouses. So
maybe work away from the gate.
I suggest we all stick together just because I think it makes a lot of sense, and we go to the gate first.
Gate. Everybody happy with the gate then?
I think if the guns have fallen silent, it's been overrun already. Essentially.
Let's protect the gate and work our way back then.
Yes, I think all 4 of us will go to the gate, and then say Trantia and Seraph are doing their own thing, aren't they? So.
Okay. Yeah, the main reason, to metagame a little bit, the main reason Trantia and Seraph have gone off to do their own thing is because I don't want to control 2 NPCs.
Lazy bastard.
But they can also,
they do serve a purpose.
They can also burn the bodies and
and Trantia does have a history with burning buildings down, so she might actually be able to do it at the right time for once.
Maybe they both keep a leg each.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, so as you push through the fog, Mr. Crimson is in agreement with you. He has his bolt pistol in one hand and his sword in the other, this cutlass. I mean, as you push through this fog, the sounds of the battle and the low moaning sounds are joined by growling, and you can hear the sound of feet and scraping noises in the alleyways nearby, and the fog gets thicker and limits vision further and further, and I would like everyone please to roll initiative.
I can't. If you had me a character on, I'll be able to click on him. I have an initiative button.
Just a second. If you want to wait for that, I am going to put you on a map. If you want to just hang on a second.
Yeah, we'll do that, and then it'll go straight in, eh?
Yeah.
Already.
Is there a quick button for initiative anywhere, or?
Yeah, just a second, Johnny. Hang on.
Right.
You click on your character, and then the button might come up in the top corner.
You'll see the map in a moment. I'm just trying to get you onto it. I've got a lot going on here, so it's not easy.
Yeah.
There you go. You should be able to see now.
Large black rectangle.
A black rectangle.
Right, something's just appeared up the top.
Yeah, give it a moment. This is a fairly slowish map. So yeah, Johnny, if you click on Otto and then on your character sheet, you should have down the left-hand side near where your armor is, initiative. You should be able to click that.
Okay.
So,
Two
Canny,
buttons
what did we
under
get?
initiative. Click the one on the left that
I
says
rolled a
from
9,
AG.
Dave.
Too fast! What was that?
What have I done with my fucking... I swear, like, some weird little gremlin breaks into my house and deletes my folders with all my NPC stats in. Every fucking time. I swear they do.
I know how you feel. I hate having to write
Oh.
every game.
I have the stats made. I have pages. I lift them out of books and I make documents where everything I'll need for a particular session is in one place, and they just disappear every time.
Oh, I do love having Australian names on my characters. I like it.
What, like Bruce?
Yeah, Greg, Bruce.
Uh,
No,
Dark Heresy.
fuck with Greg, mate.
I keep
No, that was
trying,
good.
I keep
I did it
trying
right.
to do Australian. I keep trying and I keep trying. never quite get there.
You need to throw another chuck on the Barbie, Alan.
Australian. You can do it either way. That's where you're from.
Don't seem to come naturally, but
Alan, I'm telling you, mate, you need to throw another chuck on the Barbie. That's all you need to worry about.
Yeah,
all
you
you
can
need to
do
do
like
is just
what's
look
his
at
name?
it drunk.
Steve Irwin. It's really easy. You just got to be a little bit hyper when you do it, boss.
You got a luck in the trunk, mate. There's nothing there, but
And if you ever
shrimps
get
on the
desperate,
Barbie.
just start singing Kylie and Jason songs, and that'll cover it. Right, what we got? Otto has a 7.
Dave, I've lost the map layer now.
Have you?
Yeah, it's just like white, well, like grey floor and then squares.
Well, I can't help you there.
Well, I had it originally and it's gone now, so I'll try leaving and come back again.
Mine should be 5 because it didn't even put my agility bonus on my initiative.
Okay.
So, no,
Yeah.
I can't get to.
Mine should be 11. Because I had 4 to it. I have 3 for agility and plus 1 for wary. So I should be 11.
And Canny, what did you get?
I rolled a 9 total.
Yeah, I thought I put yours in, but for some reason it fucking wiped it out.
Oh, I've
Yeah,
got
I've
a
got
look
the-
at Hannibal's
I've got the
character.
map again now. I've got the fog as well, which wasn't there before. Or like the wind or whatever it is.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I see you've made Hannibal's character. He looks pretty cool, actually. Been writing on him. You make him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks good. He looks good.
Mr. Crimson looks pretty good as well.
On your character sheets,
A bit Final Fantasy
yeah.
7. He looks a bit Final Fantasy 7 to me, but
Sephiroth. On your character sheet, just above armor, you've got the initiative buttons you can press. Click the one on the left from AG, and that will roll a d10 and add your agility bonus.
This is annoying.
I've done the initiative one, but it didn't even bother adding my agility bonus, the bastard. It says initiative on me.
Yeah, there's 2 buttons. The one on the right where it says custom just rolls a d10. One on the left rolls a d10 and adds your agility.
Oh! Alright. Well, mine is 5 total now, but I can roll the other one if Dave will let me.
Try it.
You've already rolled it.
Already
Roll it if you
rolled
want to
it.
test it.
Try it to check it, yeah.
You can't pull that bullshit on me. You know this.
You know I'll try.
It went off the table.
Yeah, it wasn't on the table.
Hayden, you don't need any advantage with your bullshit dice rolls. Stop. Just fucking stop.
He'll never
Look at
stop.
all the power I can get.
All right, let's put this on, and we're going to.
Roll into the next roll.
Can everyone hear the lovely zombie sounds?
I turned mine down a little bit. I'll turn it back up.
I want
need to-
more zombie sounds.
It's
where is it?
something I need to sort on my game as well. It's like the sound balance seems to be very tricky.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
We put audio and video up.
Like I've had James before, and he's saying, "What's that static noise?" And I'm thinking, "Shit."
Oh, I've got zombies going on now.
I've
Okay,
lost
right.
it. I've lost the map again. I'm going to rejoin.
All right. Yeah, the map, it should be working fine. You should, if anyone's in any doubt about why they can only see a very small distance, that's because the GM is a cunt. I have limited your vision. Your night vision, your torches, nothing like that will penetrate this fog. It is unnatural. It's here to fuck with you. But you do know that the gate is somewhere south of your position. That being said, it's the top of the round. It's Mr. Krassmark. Otto, would you like to take your go, please?
Okay, I am going to say I've got no weapons on me at all.
You've got the cutlass.
I've got the cutlass. I'll draw my cutlass and be like, follow me. Then shuffle forward.
Half an action to draw your cutlass.
Yep.
Unless you have quick draw, I don't know if you do.
I can't see Otto on here. Like, oh yeah, I can. Yeah, he's I don't know how far can I move. It's like
your agility bonus in meters. If you're walking,
I'm gonna run forward with my cutlass drawing. Like, let's go. I'm gonna show a bit of initiative. There we go. Again, it's gonna run forward a little bit.
Okay. Canny.
Okay, I'd like to speak to Otto. I'm going to say, do you want me to pick you up?
Yeah, scoop me up actually. Yeah, I'm a bit tired after that little run.
I'd like to draw a couple of frag grenades. I'd like to offer one to Otto.
Oh, I'll take that. Oh, thank you very much.
And I'll hold the other one in my hand and I'll scoop him up.
Yeah, okay.
And that'll be my my go.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to, I don't think this will work. No, I don't think it'll work. So basically, Otto, you can still act, you can still use your action as normal, but you can't move unless you climb down from Canny. And basically, on Canny's turn, I'll just move you to follow Canny. Okay,
cool. Sounds good to me.
All right, Mr. Crimson is going to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's moving down here, pistol and sword ready. And as he passes you by, Canny, he says, "Be careful. They will be able to get very close before we see them." Hannibal.
All right, Kiyoshi.
Oh, no, that was wrong accent. I apologize profusely. Please accept my humble neck upon your blade. Hannibal, it's your turn.
I am going to reach behind me, underneath me cloak, grab hold of a device, pull it out, hold it at arm's length, and give it a shake.
Okay. Is it a set of maracas?
No.
I love the idea of Hannibal stabbing out in the middle of the tambourine. Just getting the percussion section out.
I have to.
Okay, Hannibal, Gaius, you see this. Hannibal retrieves this device. It's maybe about a foot long, and it looks like a complicated series of rods and pulleys, but you can't make any sense of it. And he shakes it, and it expands immediately into this large composite longbow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm just going to carry on singing. Give me oil in my light, keep me burning. Give me oil in my lamp, I pray, to keep my holy radiance going.
Okay. Yeah, so that would be... Have you got quick draw, Hannibal?
No.
Okay, so that's half an action to draw that. You still have half an action left.
Sing, Hosanna, sing, Hosanna.
St. Drusus, sing St. Drusus to the... I don't know.
There we go.
I only grant bonus XP. By the way, I only grant bonus XP for that sort of thing if you get the name of the saints right.
Next time I will.
Hosanna means fuck all.
Sing, St. Drusus, sing.
There we go. There we go.
Sing, St. Drusus to the break of day. There we go.
Radio. Hannibal has moved into position over there. It's the dead. The dead.
Me gold in my throne, keep me sitting.
Keep you shitting.
Give me soul in my phone.
Keeping burning.
Oh, what's happened there? That's not what I meant to do. Okay. Brains. These are the most cliched zombies you will ever encounter.
Yay! I like cliches.
The vegetarian zombies.
Yeah.
Grains.
Hummus.
This is the only planet in the sector that produces hummus. They must be stopped.
The Israeli zombies, would they? Hummus! Hummus!
Okay, and then... Oh, Jesus Christ. Some of my zombies just started parkouring off camera then.
Proper
Producers,
names.
please.
Yeah.
Alright, Gaius Mortalis, it is you.
What? I thought I'd done my turn.
Nope.
Well, I've moved next to Canny singing.
Yep.
Sing, Drusus. Keeping it going.
Alright, back to Otto. Then, Otto, you're sitting up top with your sword in your hand and a grenade in the other hand. What would you like to do? You have a full action, so you don't have to use it in movement. Do what you want with it.
I'm gonna put my cutlass back in my belt, and then I'm gonna get my finger ready on the pin of the grenade, and go on. If I can do a half, is it like what's it called? Like hold my
half.
action.
So you can use a full action to hold half an action for if you see something.
Yeah.
And then you have to also declare what it is you're going to do. So you say things like, for example, if I see a zombie, I'm going to throw a grenade.
If I see a zombie, I'm going to throw a grenade.
Good use of half an action to ready an action.
My roommates and shield are already out, okay?
Yep, I assumed as much. Okay, so Otto's riding high with a grenade primed in his hands. Actually, you wouldn't be able to do that because you've got to put your cutlass away, but you could... what could you do for half an action?
Just balls on the back of Canny's neck.
Go like this.
You could
peer into the fog.
I tell you what, you can use a skill. So give me a perception check, please, Otto. It's sight based if that makes a difference, and sound based.
Yeah. Is it awareness or just perception?
Awareness.
Okay.
Hunchback's balls on the back of your neck, Canny.
Hayden, I'm not listening to you, nor will I ever listen to you.
Block me out your
Can't see a bloody thing.
No, you can hear the groaning and the shuffling, but you're not sure where it's coming from. Canny, it's you.
I'm going to speak to Otto. I'm going to say, "Oh, you need to be careful. You're only fragile, like a little doll. You've got to be careful. All these cultists trying to kill you. You've got to stop bum rushing in with your cutlass.
Yeah.
You're just like a little porcelain doll, Otto. You need to be safe. I need to keep you safe, Otto.
I'm tougher than I look. Thankfully.
The bromance between Canny and Otto is killing me. It's fantastic.
I'd be bereft if you were killed in a tragic plague-related accident.
I'm just gonna pat just give a gentle stroke on the back of Canny's head and just like, it's all right, Kenny. Don't be afraid.
I'd like to draw a meek lever, please, and I'll move up beside Mr. Crimson.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at him and say, basically, just give me a look that says that I'm by your side, Mr. Vornas.
Okay. No, Mr. Crimson. It would be Vornas Crimson. Although, you have a habit of saying Mr. First Name, don't you, as Canny? So
I do.
Yeah. Okay. Mr. Crimson nods back to you and he goes, right, I need to fucking sort out his vision because I can't see what he can see.
I'm going to make another brew.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna go for a wee as well. I'll be right back.
I do feel a lot safer sat on Kenny's shoulder because
You need to what? Sorry.
I feel a lot safer sat on Kenny's shoulder.
So
but I
you should.
wouldn't-
He's a fucking unit, that guy.
I know.
Why is this not working? Night vision. Vision. Night vision. That should work. I don't get why that's not working. It's fucking me right over that. Okay. So what can he see? Let's do it that way. Nothing's working. I can't see fuck all. Game am I in? I'm getting fucked over here by dynamic lighting. It's not letting me do anything. Mr. Crimson's going to 1, 2. And he's going to yell, "Contact!" And he's going to fire a shot. So it'll be no aiming, 59. That's a hit. That's a crit. That's confirmed crit. That's another 10. Go Varnus. That's 26, 31. His bolt pistol just obliterates something. You hear the wet splat of something exploding off screen in the dark.
Good lad. He's got to be pretty hard, this guy, though, because he's like the leader of like these fucking knife wielding nutcases. So he's going to be pretty good, isn't he?
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
Oh, little girls.
Not many of my NPCs are really good, Johnny, but I like to use numbers rather than really good. But occasionally there's one that's really good,
Yeah.
and yeah, this guy is one of them.
Yeah.
But that was an exceptionally good roll from him as well.
I like it. We're going to need exceptionally good rolls, Dave. Because
Oh, is it Mr. Kipling?
yeah, exceedingly good rolls.
Exceedingly good rolls.
I don't know why this has started happening all of a sudden.
What's
Still
that
make
happening?
Mr. Kipling in my game.
Suddenly I can't see the dynamic lighting, so I don't see what anyone can see, basically. Which is really frustrating.
Dave, try refreshing, because like I've had a load of errors with this map, and I've just refreshed it a number of times.
Yeah.
Like there's been a number of times where it's just been like a blank deleted map, just with grey lines and white floor.
Yeah, I've tried refreshing it, but what's happening is you press Control L when you're targeting one of you guys, and I see what you see.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not doing that. When I press Control L, it brings up my search bar on my browser and highlights the last thing I searched for.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's just started doing it all of a sudden, and I can't stop it. So I don't know what any of you see. So if you see something...
Oh, yeah. If you want me to tell you what we see, or what I see, or what, you know...
Yeah, I can't see anything that you see at the minute.
I think there's I would say it's a gribbly. There's a something.
If you can see something that isn't one of you five...
There's a gribbly, I'd say, about 7 squares south of Kenny.
So basically there's U5, and anything else you see is probably a gribbly, unless it has a nameplate that says otherwise. That's the best way to describe it.
Little girls.
Okay, so yeah, while you were AFK, Mr. Crimson has moved away from you, Canny, and he yelled "contact," and then blasted with his bolt pistol somewhere into the mist, and you hear this explosion as something moist detonates. And I would like all of you, please, to make an intelligence test, just a generic intelligence test.
Eric. Goodness for little girls. On my head. E.G. Awesome.
Okay, who hasn't rolled there? So,
Hey,
Guy.
me.
Yep.
Oh!
Okay, Otto. Otto, I'm gonna send you a message.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
Must thank Liz for slapping me awake.
Yeah, man.
We also must swear at her name for convincing me to drink beer this afternoon. Would have not bothered unless she'd started. 22. Toss it down,
I
mate.
have to say, it's been a rare old night tonight. So it's been a unusual one.
My last
So
watching us for a bit. That's quite ingenious. That's quite new.
It was
Okay,
quite
there you go,
weird.
Otto.
It's quite weird, is what it was. Is where it was her on his shoulder like a little fucking demon watching
Liz.
you and point you on like roleplay. Hayden, do roleplay.
I know. Entertainment. You know.
Okay.
It was an odd night tonight. Well, that's the way it goes sometimes.
I've got myself a good one, haven't I? You know, she's forced me to roleplay.
She's a she's a
Falling
warrior.
asleep within 20 minutes of starting is a bit special, huh?
Well,
that's a new record.
Yeah,
That's a new
that is a new record.
But like
I mean-
when it happened, we were basically saying, "I'm sure I'll be up," and I said like 9:15.
I said 9, but it was 1:45. So
When I heard all the raucous singing going on at the very start and then muted it, I was like, he's going to be passed out in 20 minutes.
yeah.
And
You were right, yeah.
I was like, he's drunk already. I don't know how long he's going to last.
5, it's no way to live.
I mean, this game has always been a drink-heavy, fucking raucous game anyway. So who gives a shit? Hannibal, it's your turn. Hannibal, you have your bow in hand.
At least I've only fell asleep once in your games, Pig.
Yeah, literally once.
That
It
was
after
about
about
fucking
6
2 in the
hours as
morning.
well. Yeah. But okay, so just to clarify for all of you while you're here, I'm having real trouble with line of sight and dynamic lighting. So if you see a Gribbly, it'll have a yellow aura, and if it doesn't have a name, you can assume it's a zombie. If you're not sure, click and hold on it, and I will say yes or no. But pretty much, yeah, it's going to be a zombie unless it has a name on it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, Hannibal, anything else?
Nope, that's it at the moment.
Okay.
Actually, we draw a line. I'm aiming down that way.
Okay. So half move and a little aim for a +10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 5, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. Brains. They all seem to be heading towards Otto. Oh, the horror! 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. They're not going for Canny for some reason. What's happening? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
No, the little girls.
Hayden, you really need to stop singing about little girls.
I know.
Going to start singing about
The
little boys.
worst thing to sing about. I will do it. Stop Gigi.
It's like I one of my favourite bands is The Doors, but when you really listen to Jim Morrison's lyrics, there's a lot of songs about little girls. It's a bit weird.
It's a bit creepy, yeah.
Even Led Zeppelin. It's all about shagging a 17-year-old and squeezing
Well,
his
yeah,
lemons.
It was allowed.
Yeah, there was a lot of accusations around Led Zeppelin as well that only came out in the last 10 years. One that like Jimmy Page and Robert Plant were accused of being in the Jimmy Savile Club, and it's like no. They're good people. They're my heroes. You can't have them in the pedo club.
Not Rolf Harris. No,
Not Rolf. No, not Rolf. Jimmy Savile's fine, but you can't have Rolf and Led Zeppelin.
Gary Glitter, do you want to be in my gang?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, he was weird anyway, wasn't he? So.
Rolf, Peter,
How much of a choice?
Can you guess what it is yet? It's the tip of your penis, right?
Yeah, I was going to say. You tell what it is. Yeah, that's right. It's my dick. Gaius Mortalis. It's you.
Amazing.
They're all around us.
There's pedos coming out of goddamn walls.
Thank goodness for little zombies. Right, I'm going to charge this yellow thing.
It's a zombie, Hayden. How can it be so difficult to identify?
You know.
Yep, go for it. Plus 20 for a charge.
And plus extra 10 for heretic, hatred.
No, these aren't classed as heretics.
Cultists or anything like
No,
that?
they're just the Walking Dead. They're literally walking, shambling corpses, reanimated dead.
Right.
You've got
There's
nothing
no
against
heresy in their heart. They're just corpses doing what corpses do. It's not their fault, Hayden. Equal rights for zombies, Hayden. You can't just accuse them of heresy just because it suits you and makes your character better.
That.
Okay, yeah, that's a hit. Oddly enough, the zombie does not try to parry or dodge you, so you can make a damage roll against this slightly decomposed corpse.
All right, with the
Just for a moment,
roommates.
do you recognise this man? No.
I don't look at his face too in depth.
Charlie's waving at you, pigs.
It's
That's a little bit of a camp wrist he's got going on there. He's like
it's a 12.
12. Okay, pen 2. So that is minus his toughness. They don't have armor. So that is 8. Yeah, that's enough. Where did you hit it? In the head. You cave in this creature's skull, and its brains just splatter everywhere. I'm just going to start a kill tally with Gaius on 1, Vornus on 1. Let's see who can kill the most zombies. There's no bonus. There's no bonus for the most kills. There is. There's a bonus for the most kills. Gaius has killed a zombie. Otto, you are on Canny's back.
Can I see any zombies?
Can you see any zombies? Look at the screen and tell me. I can't fucking tell.
He's suffering from zombie lack. What are you drinking, Dave?
I'm gonna say to Otto, zombies to the left of me, zombies to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle. So,
With you, and I'll finish it off the song together.
Demons to the left of me. Heretics to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with Horus.
I'm gonna throw a zombie at this. It's not a zombie. I'm throwing a zombie. I'm gonna throw a grenade at a zombie.
Okay, you're going to throw a grenade. What's the blast on a frag grenade? Is it 3 or 4 meters?
3.
I believe it's 3, isn't it? Yeah. So you're aiming here.
Yeah, I'm gonna aim at this guy. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Give me. So that would be. You have an aim, a single shot.
Yeah.
What's your strength bonus? 3.
2.
2. Okay, so you don't have a range bonus. So a plus 20.
Plus 20.
Zombies cause fear.
Yeah, we're going to do that in a minute.
Wow.
They weren't close enough the first time round, but.
Okay.
I really shouldn't ask this, but I'm giving buffs out.
Yeah, you are. But yeah, you have to be within a certain range. Okay, so
Oh shit!
that is a miss. So I want you to roll a D8. Dan,
Miss.
could you get me a beer, please? Thank you. Roll a D8, please, Johnny. /R space D8. Thank you. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It comes this way 4 meters. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where it lands. That's a proper cack-handed Otto throw. You do still hit one zombie. So
Yeah.
roll a 2d10, please.
2, 10.
And knock off a frag grenade from your inventory, please.
Okay.
Yeah, that's enough. You hurl this grenade, and I don't know. Maybe it's because you're being carried by Canny, but you throw it like a girl, and it scoots off to one side. And there's a moment where Vaughnus and Gaius both go, "Fuck shit!" They see this grenade hurtling away from Otto, and it lands and detonates very near Gaius. Doesn't hit Gaius and kills this zombie. MVP Otto, here we go. Okay, next up is Canny.
I'd like to... I don't know whether this is a half action or free action. I'd like to hand another frag grenade to Otto.
Do you have quick draw?
I do have quick draw.
You can quick draw a grenade and just hold it up, and Otto can take it as half an action next turn.
Cool.
Okay. I'd also like to have my my meat cleaver, which I think I did last turn, but I'd like to have my meat cleaver and basically charge in.
Yeah, you already had your meat cleaver drawn.
So I'll charge to this was
So the giving of the grenade is a free action. Otto can take it on his next turn, and then you charge. Go for it. Plus 20.
Okay, he's got a berserk charge, so plus 30.
Plus 30 then, yeah.
He's got plus 15 for the
Of the cleaver.
the cleaver.
Yeah. The pit fighter extraordinaire. Yeah, that is a definite hit. Right in the leg, I believe. Shit. Confirm the critical, please.
Should we be doing fear?
We're going to worry about that at the end of the turn. I'm going to do it all in one go.
Failed to convert.
Okay, so that's still 20 at pen 3, which is more than enough. The leg comes clean off, and because you've got the critical, as it's toppling over, your blade just sort of comes round and back down on its head, and you split the skull in half, and the zombie dies. Okay, and it's Mr. Crimson. Mr. Crimson is going to he's going to charge in. He's going to attack this gentleman here on a charge. That's plus 20. Does he have special charge? Okay. Yeah, so he's going to charge, and he's just going to Combat Master. That's fine. That's a miss. He rushes in. Does he have fate points? He does not have fate points. Yeah, he rushes in and misses. Hannibal. Ow. We're up to, Dave.
Hang on, I'm just looking. I can just about see one there.
If you can see it, you can see it. There is a bit of intervening cover from Canny.
Are you calling me fat?
I am. I like to point out to people that the best way to shoot, if there's a friend in line of sight, and Alan, Johnny, and Hayden will back me up here. The best thing to do if you're shooting an enemy when there's a friend in line of sight is to precede the roll by saying, "I think I know what I'm doing." Because that never ends badly, does it? I've shot James in the back twice saying that.
Shot James as well. We've all shot James.
I know, he's just a cunt. He deserves to be shot, doesn't he? He's just the nicest man ever, so he deserves shooting.
Well, he can force crush anybody. You know what I mean? He's super powerful.
Exactly. I mean, he's basically a Jedi.
His character are us.
Okay, so you've moved to there. Is that half an action?
That's half an action.
Okay, so you are now probably in close range, single shot. You have a red dot on your bow, don't you?
Got a scope as well.
Yeah, the scope only gives you advantage at long range.
Yeah, I've got a red dot on it.
Yeah, so plus 30. If you miss, he's not in melee, but there is a chance you could hit Canny. Let's see what happens.
What if I was to shoot at that one instead?
Still a small chance. There's a small chance for any of that back three.
So I'm just looking at ranges of them.
Yeah. In fact, there's a chance for all of them. One of them is in combat with Vornus. The other three, Canny's blocking because he is a large gentleman. He's a large-framed gentleman. He's not fat. He's just big-boned.
Dave, I'm Dave. I'm a tolerant man.
I know. It's fine. I'm not insulting you.
Not you, Dave. The other Dave.
All right. Just shoot. See what happens.
It
is a very small chance. It's a small chance. I need to point that out.
It's not that. I was more concerned about what gets hit when the arrow hits.
Well, who knows?
Unfortunately, Crimson's in range.
Fuck him.
Alright, I'll fire an explosive arrow at that one.
Okay. Roll to hit them with plus 30, I think we said.
Plus 20. I've got minus 10 for using these weighty arrows.
Oh, yep. Yeah, that's a definite hit. What's the blast range of these? Is it 4?
Blast 3.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, so it hits all 4 of those and Vornus. Vornus gets a dodge. And if he passes, he can move a meter. And he does have dodge, which is convenient. That's cocked. That is a fail. 72. Yep, he does not dodge, or he does, but he doesn't dodge out of the blast. So I'm just going to move him to there. Roll damage, please. So it's 2d10. So that's 10. Minus the toughness, which I believe is 6 to each of them. Yeah, they all look pretty fucked up. Some of them are on fire. Most of them are missing bits, arms, bits of legs, bits of torso. They all look pretty fucking ruined. It didn't kill any of them, but it fucked all of them up. And as for Mr. Crimson...
And I'll shout out to Crimson, it's not a firearm.
Let's have a look. So what did you roll? Sorry, 10. 10. Minus that is 6. What's his armor? Okay. So that is... Yeah, he takes 2 wounds. He's a little singed by the blast. And he yells back, "That is a loose interpretation of the rules." It is the dead. And the dead hunger. And these two are going to approach Canny. The first one is going to attack Canny on a plus 10. They don't charge, these guys. That's a miss. The second guy gets an advantage from flanking. Second, that's also a miss. Same's going to happen to Mr. Crimson down here. First guy hits. Second guy misses. So that's going to be 2, 5. Claws against Vornus Crimson's chest plate doesn't get through. These guys down here. Down here. You hear a scream from the south, a very human scream, and then it suddenly goes silent. And then it is a Mr. Mortalis.
Okay, Mr. Mortalis will sing a bit more for his Holy Radiance. And
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Oh, no, it's at the end of your turn that we do this. Carry on.
Okay. I will sing, I'm a soldier for the throne, a follower for the emperor. I shall not fear to own his cause or blush to speak his name. Carry on like that for a bit, but yeah, I just like to chuck it in there. Seems as I'm a holy man.
I deeply appreciate the efforts you're going to with your role playing tonight, Hayden. That's me levels of role playing. I've spent 3 hours writing a speech levels of role playing.
Well, you know, I can do.
I've spent 3 hours preparing a speech only to have Johnny in character go shh to me.
Well,
I've
it's funny because it's true.
I've spent 2 weeks preparing for a torture scene only to have it snapped away from me at the last moment.
You'll get your moment.
Fuck you all.
You'll never get it.
Hey, one day in my game, I might give you a chance.
I don't want it in your game. I want it in Alan's game. Anyway, right, okay. So, Gaius, you charge this.
I'm using my berserk charge while singing my Emperor songs.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
I've given you a few verses. If you want another verse, I can do that. You know.
That was enough for now. You can do one each turn if you want. That's fine.
One each turn.
Give me an attack at +20.
Because I got berserk charge. Thank you very much.
Yep.
I forgot about it last time.
Who am I missing? Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's it, and it doesn't dodge. So roll damage, please.
Yes, but it doesn't know how to dodge. Right, there we are. Click. And I will click again.
Yeah, you've got some tearing going on there, so that's 8 at pen 2, which is relevant. Ignores that. Okay. Yeah, you smash into this thing and blood splatters across your armor, but it doesn't go down, but you do think you've fucked it up a bit. And at the end of the turn, I would like Gaius, Canny, and Vornus to make a fear test, please. So this is a willpower test, and you get +10 from Gaius's yelled prayers.
I won't have to take a fear test.
Oh no, you don't have to, do you? You're immune, yeah.
I'm immune. All fear and pinning, I'm immune.
Vornus is good. Canny's good, yeah. So yeah, the Canny, you've never been like big into the whole God Emperor shtick. But you keep hearing people banging on about it, and you know you've pretended, you've feigned interest for some time. But right now, as Gaius bellows these prayers and literally leads you in prayer and battle, you know it's kind of pretty good fun. You know, to have someone singing while you fight. All you need now is some drugs, and this will be the best day ever. Otto, it's your turn. You're still on the back of Tammy, by the way, up here.
Can I see any zombies?
Have a look at the map.
So I'm going to grab I'm grabbing a grenade and then just chuck it in the direction.
Where are you going to chuck it?
At the zombies.
Which ones? There's loads. Have a look at the map.
I know. Hang on a second. Bear with me. Gotta narrow it down, have I? Alright, okay. Groovy. Oh wow, there's a few now, isn't there? I'm going to try and chuck the grenade.
For me.
No, I'm going to try and chuck the grenade here.
Where's here?
Yeah, there's two zombies next to Kenny, yeah?
Yep.
Right. So if the top zombie, the one on the top, go 2 squares back from that one.
This is fucking annoying. Why can't I select this fucking stupid fucking circle? Right, you're going. Is that where you're going with that yellow circle?
That's basically where I want to go with it. Yeah.
Okay. Yep, that's fine. So make a ballistic skill test. This will be 1, 2, 3, +10 for short range.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, plus 10 for short range, plus 10 for a single shot.
Okay.
And that'll be it, because half an action this turn was to take the grenade from Canny.
Yeah.
Yeah, so plus 20.
Cool. That's okay.
That's a miss. Roll a d8, please.
Shit. Sorry, guys.
Where it comes towards you.
1, 2, 3.
You got nothing to apologise for, Otto.
It's all right. It's all right.
I've just
It
went up
goes.
in the
It
air.
goes there. That's actually benefited, I think.
Yeah.
Benefited Canny 1, 2, 3, but it does
Otto,
get Mr. Vaughnus
You're the
Crimson.
best of us, Otto.
Mr. Crimson can't dodge. Otto, I'd like you to roll 2d10, please. Oh no, he dodged you last time, didn't he? He dodged your grenades last time, so he can dodge again. 2d10, please, Otto. He doesn't dodge.
Wrong another die. 2d10. 15 again.
Okay, 15 is... actually, I'm going to take that first roll of a 10, because you rolled a d10,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to take the 8. So if you'd like to roll another ballistic skill test to try and confirm the critical on that 10,
Right.
you can.
I try.
Seems fair to me.
It's just a standard.
No, you still get the plus 20. You still get the same bonuses for your first attack.
Right, excellent.
So plus 20 again. So that is currently 18. That is a confirm. So roll a d10, please.
D10. Get a good 10. Go on.
Yeah, I can't be asked with that, Dave. That's why I do it the way I do.
It.
Yeah, it takes a long time.
9.
I do it by class, if that makes sense. So, like, if there was loads of different creatures, I'd probably do different rolls. But when they're all the same, I fucking don't. So that is a total of 27 damage from Otto. Mr. Crimson didn't dodge, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to work his out first. So that'll be 27, 20, 24. No, 23. Minus his toughness is 19. He's on minus 6. Okay. But, yeah, Mr. Crimson, yeah, he's fucked. But 1, 2, 3, 4 zombies die in Otto's blast.
Yeah!
MVP Otto continues his journey of killing everything that gets in the way. The weakest character Dark Heresy has ever seen continues to earn his keep. Canny, yeah, you're just about to swing to strike this guy, and you see this blast, and you hear this laughter from over your shoulders, and you see Mr. Crimson go down, and his leg is all burnt and charred from the blast, and he looks pretty bad, to be fair. What would you like to do, Canny?
I'd like to say to Otto, I knew I could trust you. I'm going to move to Mr. Crimson. I'd like to bring up a med kit and to try and, attend him as best I can.
Okay, just a second. I need to just figure out where he is. Yeah, he's bleeding quite heavily. He seems to be suffering from blood loss.
I would like to attend to his blood loss and to stabilise him.
All right. I believe you have a skill for this, don't you, Canny? Don't you have some sort of...
I have apothecary.
I thought you had something because of your hive background.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Sorry.
Just a second. Let me have a look at your character sheet. I thought you had as a hive background, you had, was it hive bound? No. Or maybe you don't because we changed stuff out, didn't we? Yeah. Okay. So, but you just have, you have Medicaid, don't you? And apothecary.
I don't have like a real Medicaid. I have like a half Medicaid with obviously the kit, the Medikit.
Okay. So, you can make a half Medicaid roll, plus 20 for the med kit, and a plus 10 if you're trying to stop the blood loss.
I don't have any fate points.
Okay. He continues to bleed.
No!
Mr. Crimson. Mr.
No!
Crimson! He's
No!
dying! Oh, I've run out of pages in my notebook. It says Crichton and Caleb. Oh, no. Shit. I'm just going to find another notebook. Hang on.
Bog paper.
It's alright. I've always got another notebook. I know it's my notebook because it says notes on it. It's my emergency notebook. Okay. Mr. Crimson is
You
bleeding.
steal them from work, don't you?
No, I don't have access to the stationery cupboard anymore. They took it away from me. Fucking cunts. Mr. Crimson's okay.
Damn those guys.
I know.
Yeah, they've started to tighten up security on the, people taking stuff from the actual store cupboard and stuff.
Like,
now.
like staplers.
Yeah, the important
like
shit. The important shit.
It was like a free-for-all before.
Yeah,
I managed to get
yeah.
myself a really good jack out of it.
The fucking irony. The ultimate irony to me is that I get stopped at least once a week by some fucking random guy who is paid minimum wage to search my boot to see if I'm stealing stationery or the odd bit of wood that would go in a skip anyway. Meanwhile, 3 years ago, a pair of American brothers literally stole our entire pension fund and walked away scot-free. Fuck you! I'll steal pens when I want.
When I used to work for BAE Systems, Pigs, we had a security gate out the front, and the old fucking barrier come down sort of thing when cars were trying to get in. Pissing hard with rain on the way home from work one day, and there's a little old fella who used to work down a machine shop, and he had one of these massive plastic ponchos that covered himself and his bike. And he was slowly riding down the road to this fucking security gate, wobbling from side to side, and the gate come down just as he got there. And he put his foot down to sort of brace the bike and collapsed under the weight of the bike. And underneath his poncho, he had a 12-inch fucking bench vise clamped around the crossbar on his bike. Couldn't take the weight of it.
Nice. Oh, that's class. Hannibal, it's you.
Ultimate player line.
I'm going to aim at that one. And fire another bag arrow at it.
Yeah, you've got a clear line this time, so red dot, single shot, aim,
Yep.
range.
From the aim.
Yeah. Plus 40 altogether, I make it. That is a hit.
Good
Roll
shooting.
damage, please. So, Gaius, yeah, this arrow whistles past your head. It hits this zombie a few meters away. That's not how you do it.
I'm sure I'll press the fucking slash key.
9.
On this.
That is
9!
6. Okay, again, yeah, you fuck up these guys. You do, you have done some serious damage to them. There's bits hanging off them. They're wobbly. They're disorientated. You just don't happen to kill any of them. Oh no, you do. The one closest to Gaius that he's already fucking smashed, just explodes. And Gaius, this wall of flame just stops very short of your shield and dissipates. You see the guy you were fighting is dead, and the 3 others are very fucked up.
I'm going to smile. Like have a sick zombie heretic crushing smile on my face while this happens.
All right. It is now the dead. Brains! Oh, yes, tasty brains. Do you remember that time we were in Vermont and we had those flambéed brains that were toasted in garlic sauce? That was quite wonderful. The first one attacks you, Gaius.
I really enjoyed the brain cocktail, but to be honest...
Misses you. The second one misses you. The third one fucking misses you. Because all my NPCs are useless.
Well, they were too busy reminiscing about brains, weren't they?
Judith, do you remember those brains that you lost down the back of the sofa for 6 months? They were still edible. Oh, it was fantastic. Do you hear the screams? Oh, you do. There's more screams to the south. My brains are being eaten.
Who's drawing nipple tassels on Canny?
That's probably Hayden.
No, it's not probably Hayden.
I mean, it definitely is Hayden. Yeah,
It's almost certainly Hayden.
it's been a thing since like session 7 or something. I think.
I've been drawing nipple tassels on Kenny since I've seen his nipples.
Gaius, it's you, mate. It's you.
I mean,
Get your.
Are there foes will be to face? I must stem the flow. I must stem the flood.
I try
This is
not to
wild.
take offense.
Oh, the friend
Try
to
not
grace
to.
help me on to good. For I must fight, I would raid to increase my courage, O Lord. I bear the toil, endure the pain to support thy word. And that's my next verse before I start zombies.
Here's a sentence I never thought I'd say. I deeply regret Hayden being raised in a religious environment.
Hi! Well, because of that.
No, just carry on. What you're doing, Hayden? No, I do actually enjoy it. Go for it.
Bastard.
Bastard!
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 I'm gonna
Brother!
smite.
These
Brother-
fucking bastards!
Brother, he called me a bastard. He can't get away with that.
You are a bastard!
I am a bastard.
You're the worst
Half-aimed
bastard
attack.
I've ever met.
I feel like I'm losing control of this game.
No, that was-
You see the one with the extra long head?
Dave, that was about
That's
an hour and a
what I'm
half
hitting.
ago.
I know.
Now you're fully in control.
Oh, Hayden, who are you killing?
Famed shot at like big arm, long head.
Oh, is that this guy to yourself?
Gonna re-roll that with
Are you?
face point. Yeah.
Have you still got a face point?
Yes, I have. I have 3
Okay.
face point.
That must be your last one, though. Your last face point.
It is face point.
That's a hit. Roll damage.
Okay. And this one's for Dave mocking my religious upbringing.
No, I'm not mocking it. I wouldn't mock it. It's less
My
mocking
son-
and more just like bemoaning it. 30. Okay. You know what?
Hayden, are you a Methodist, Hayden?
Oh no, I was brought up as a Baptist actually. We first half drowned in our inductees before setting them on the course of God. So you half drown them and go, "You're gonna come up yet?" No. Let's make sure the will's nearly gone and then release them.
Hayden, are you admitting to being an occultist right now?
No, I'm not.
You sure?
I went round to my mum's this morning and there's all about.
They were
saying,
killing some
God bless you," and I
lambs
went,
in the back
"Oh, God
garden.
bless you too, because I'm a heretic in my family.
So
they're all very happy to tell me God bless me, but they hate it if I say any other God to bless them.
Urkel give you his gifts. So are you telling me? Are you telling me, Hayden, right now? Are you telling me right now that you are not a heretic?
I'm complete in my family heretic, but not on this game.
No, are you telling me you're a definite pious, emperor-fearing, God emperor-fearing man as Gaius? Yeah, is that right?
Gaius, yes, I am.
You strike this chap with all your might, and he's already weak from the hurled grenade of Otto. The explosive arrow of Hannibal, and you smash through the skull of this guy. And it just caves in instantly, easily before you, and your blow carries on and hits another one and kills him too.
Oh, that's what happens when you got an alien face. Yeah.
Okay, Otto. Oh, sorry. End of the turn. Who's only Gaius is in melee? Otto, still on the back of Canny.
Yes. So I can't really do much. Have you got any more grenades, Kenny?
I'm fucking shit out.
Damn it!
I've
You got anything else I can throw?
I've got some stun grenades. They're not as good as frag grenades.
Yeah, go on, why not?
Better than no grenades, I suppose.
Just check your inventory, Otto. Just check your inventory. Because I think you've got some. I think you've got some grenades.
Yeah, I was just using up Canny's stash first.
Yeah, I know. I just think you. I think you have quite a lot of grenades that you bought off
Probably do.
Omar.
Probably do.
That's why you're so overweight.
Right. Let's release some weight.
You've got 2 web
Oh,
grenades, 2
I've got
blind
2 web
grenades,
grenades.
and 10 frag grenades.
10. Why am I giving you frag grenades?
Okay.
Wasting you. That's because he's the intelligent one out of the party.
Yeah, fucking right. Also, MVP all the time. Also, he's
I'll
constant.
reach into my bag and take out another frag grenade and target a zombie with it.
Okay,
So,
show me where it's going, Otto, please. There's one right next to Gaius if you want to go for that one.
Not that we're leading you, Johnny. We're not leading you.
No, I'm gonna get this one here. I'm gonna go for this one. If they'll let me, that guy.
Yep, okay.
We'll throw it
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's just in short range for you, Otto. So plus 10 for a single. You'd have to draw it. So plus 10 for a single shot, plus 10 for range.
Okay, cool. So let's go, and then plus 20. Okay, let's see. Hopefully I'll hit.
That's a miss, so roll a d8, please. This is why grenades are so fucking overpowered. You don't even need to hit. You just have to throw them vaguely on the map.
D8. Let's see where it's going to go.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so it goes south of him 2 meters. 1, 2. So that would hit 1, 2, 3, 4 of them still. So roll 2d10, please, Otto. That's an even better shot than your original shot.
I know. Boom, baby. Okay.
Ooh. 10.
One.
So that is 10 minus their toughness, which is 3, 4, 6. So again, you reduce. I'm not impressed by the fact that every time you've done this, you've basically reduced 4 zombies to 1 wound. Over and over again. It's consistent. Next up is Canny, but I really need the toilet. I'll be right back.
Good game tonight, lads.
Yeah, Joe. Yeah.
I've been here from it. Are you enjoying being part of this group, Dave?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's good fun.
Dave said that you normally take a front row seat leading the other group. Is it nice to watch our group in total chaos fight for the front seat?
It's nice not being the one that makes all the decisions.
Good.
Are you calling me fat?
Yeah. I think I'm actually a bit taller than your character. You're just a hell of a lot wider. Hannibal's 6'8".
Oh, did you? Oh, so he rolled. Is he 125 kilograms then on the table? Because that's usually acceptable weight for that height on Dark Heresy. Just because I've made so many characters.
He is 121.
Ooh, is that because you lost your legs?
Just a bit of weight when I lost my legs.
Yeah, that's it.
He'll do that.
yeah.
Well, no, in the other game, I tend to be the vocal one because the others are a bit quiet, really. One of them's not really played before, and he's still trying to find his feet.
Yeah.
We've got another guy who tends to go heavily into the lore side of it, and once he starts, you can't get a fucking word in edgeways.
Sylvada!
That's the one.
I know what you're talking about, and all I did was sit down. It's got that game's. I find our game, Dave, quite frustrating because it's got real potential, but there's so much just sitting back.
I know.
And letting it happen. And, like, you are the driving force of that game. And as you've seen in this game, you know, everyone is equally involved.
Yeah.
And that's what I want. I want everyone to be equally
I'm surprised
involved.
Laws doesn't get involved more. To be
I
honest
am as well. Like Balls, one of the players is called Balls, by the way. But Balls is invested. I can tell he's invested by the messages he sends me.
Yeah.
But I think he's just really nervous about speaking
Yeah,
up.
he probably is.
Yeah.
We don't have any problem of nerves here.
We fucking don't. No, it's the opposite, isn't it? We're all a bunch of godly shits. it makes it more fun, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Even when we're not talking about the game, we're having a laugh.
Don't bother me fucking speaking up and saying stuff.
Which is why, Dave, this is why I asked you to join this game, because, like, I know you wanted to play more, and I would have liked to bring you into the D&D game, but it's already 7 players. You know, it's heavy. It's heavy already. But this game's, you know, it's a small number of players, and it's quite frequent. And I thought you'd fit in because, I mean, you're still finding your feet at the minute because there's all sorts of shit going on. But as you've seen, these 3 cunts, they're all good lads. You know, I mean, even Johnny.
I'm all right when I'm awake.
I think once you start going north of 6 people, it starts to get a bit unwieldy.
Yeah, it does. But to be fair, it's not a very frequent game, so you know it's maybe only once a month, so it's not that big a deal, and it's fine. And I enjoy prepping for it. I like the bullshit. I've done a very minimalist sort of DMing style for it, where I don't prepare much. I have a few ideas, but I'm letting the players craft the game, and it's a different way of DMing to how I do the other games. So. It's an experiment. Otto, where are we? Is it Otto?
Cool.
Faded people.
No.
You've just mutilated everyone, haven't you? It's Canny.
Is it me to go, is that?
It is, yeah.
Varna's still down?
Still bleeding.
Yeah, I'm gonna persevere and try and save him.
Okay. Give me another Medicaid test with a plus 20 for the medkit and a plus 10 for some weird hive shenanigans that I'm sure we've done before.
20 and 20, did you say?
No, 20 and 10, sorry. Yeah, he's still bleeding.
Oh well, that's me.
Okay, he's going to take a toughness test. Listen to the rattle of the nice chunky metal dice.
I'll take it. Oh yeah.
Okay, so Canny, you see his bleeding does seem to slow, and his eyes flutter open for a moment. You don't think it's something you did. He just seems to be a tough son of a bitch, and he starts trying to push himself to his feet. Hannibal, it's you. He tried this, Hayden.
You what,
I
mate?
have. That's not bad, but it's a bit weak for me.
Yeah, it's not. It's only like it's not even 4%, but it's just really easy drinking.
It is easy drinking, but I've actually gone off ale since I've stopped smoking.
Have you?
Really weird.
I don't want easy drinking. I want to suffer.
I want to fuck myself up.
Well, you want to fuck yourself up? Drink this.
Oh no, that's what Leanne drinks. Hayden and my missus are on par with what they drink. She drinks all the strong ciders like fucking Old Rosie and shit like that. You know, that's 7%.
Same here. It's, you know, if you want to get off your face, drink cider.
Yeah.
I like the strong cider. That's what I like.
Me too.
Right, where are we? Sorry, I lost my way. Hannibal.
All you people decide to watch our game in the future, drink strong cider. Get off your face.
Henry's got your back.
I've got your back.
Henry wants
Westall.
you to succeed. Yeah, Henry.
Henry Weston's got your back. You know, when you feel old, is when you look at Henry Weston's face and you start to feel that he looks like a younger man.
He looks like you, Hayden. Anyway, I tell you what, Hayden, you've started to grow your beard and you look a lot like Al. You've watched The Walking Dead. What's the gay guy called that loses his arm?
I tell you, whoa, yeah. I mean, you put me on the spot there, but oh no,
What's he called?
Yeah.
Can't remember now.
There's a fucking the same guy who's in Guardians of the Galaxy. He actually the guy in Guardians of the Galaxy. He loses his arm, and he's but I can't remember.
But anyway, the point is that Hayden, when his beard gets a bit longer, he's starting to look like the gay guy from The Walking Dead who loses an arm.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that guy.
Do
Anyway.
I suddenly need to change my voice?
No.
Because
I mean, he's not a camp gay guy, Hayden. He's actually quite a manly gay guy. Aaron, that's it, yeah.
How did the voice change? I'm gay, and today I'm going to talk like.
No,
gay.
he doesn't. He's not a massive.
That's an English one, isn't it?
He's just a gay guy. He's not a massive puff. There's a difference. Anyway.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
Get demonetized.
Hannibal. I never got monetized. Hannibal, who are you shooting at? You're shooting at this guy down here. That one. Okay. So you moved, didn't you? So you won't get your aim. You'll get your single shot. You'll get your range. So plus 20. Plus 10 for a single shot. Sorry. Yeah. Single shot. So single shot, red dot, range. 30.
1 sec. I accidentally shut my fucking browser down.
A lot of that goes on in this game.
I do it all the bloody time. Drives me mad. 30, you say?
Yes. What the hell? It's weird. Yep, that's a hit. There's no dodging from these shady cunts. So roll damage, please. 12 minus 4 is 8. So this guy is dead. This guy is dead. This guy is dead. This guy is dead.
Everybody's dead, Dave.
That one's dead. So that's 5 dead from Hannibal's arrow. Hannibal is leading the kill tally.
I walk over like,
You stealing bastard.
You had 4 of mine, you cheeky fuck.
Yeah, but Otto made his entire career from kill stealing. It is glorious how many. The thing is, when Otto is kill stolen, the number of times he's probably actually saved someone's life by kill stealing is quite shocking.
Saved someone's life in Crimson's case.
Yeah. There's a load of screams from down south. Where the gate should be. They've moved. He's moved. This one on you, Gaius.
Okay.
Does hit you.
Yes.
Do you want to parry or dodge?
Yes. Yes, I would love to parry with my shield.
Go for it.
Hey, with a plus 15, yeah?
Yep.
Bloody time. I half aimed. Yes.
Yeah, so the claw comes swinging in, and you see it at the last minute. You think it's going to get your exposed throat. The armor you're wearing is not as good as your Arbite stuff. It could be deadly, but then you instinctively bring up the shield, and it just scrapes harmlessly against it. And it's your turn, Gaius.
Okay. Here we go. Second. I must get right. Give me a second. It's a bit embarrassing, but here he is. He's the emperor of the universe. Here he belongs, fighting for survival. He's come to rule the world.
I don't think that's a hymn, but I'll allow it. Carry on.
I've emperized it.
I like to think in the 41st millennium, certain rock songs have survived. And
that's
prayers
it,
to the God Emperor.
I'm just empathizing.
Yeah.
All right, okay. Let's
Load up on guns and kill the heretics.
Well, you moaned about the hymn last time. He's like, no, Hayden, I hate your religious upbringing. So
No, I don't hate it at all. I embrace it. As long as it's not serious, then I'll hate it.
Oh, well, I've just swung wildly, like, too busy singing about the Emperor of the
You're
Universe.
having too much fun. Just too much fun. Otto, it's you. On high, on Canny's back.
Grenade.
Okay, draw a
So-
grenade, half an action.
Okay, and I throw it at this zombie here.
Okay. Roll a hit. You can range shot beat just to plus 20 because you're drawing it as well for your other half action.
Yeah. Let's see if I can hit this time.
You hear a voice on the winds as well, everybody.
Stop throwing fucking grenades!
We bring you gifts. That is only just a miss. So roll a d8, please.
This is fun.
Yeah, it doesn't make that much of a difference. It just hits that one guy, Johnny. So knock another grenade off. Roll 2d10, please.
Okay. Roll.
Oh dear, that's terrible. Yeah, and you see this detonation, and this zombie just carries on fucking striding through it, not giving a shit.
Oh, it was a daft one.
Uh,
I want my.
It was Jaffa!
maybe it was a faulty grenade. Canny,
Just call him a chap.
Yeah! Jaffa grenade! Firing blanks!
I'll pass
Yeah,
you the grenade.
it's you, please, Canny.
I'd like to gland adrenaline, please,
Go for it.
and make that's half action. I'd like to make a half move. I'd like to also quick draw my meat hook. So got meat cleaver and meat hook in the bag, and I'll move to here for a half move, and that's my go.
The heartbeat begins to pulse deep within your body, Canny, as the adrenaline surges. And as it does, and you charge towards these dead creatures, there's a moment where one of them, further south, looks like someone you know. Someone you care about, Canny. But who is it?
Otto.
I'd like you to roll a d10, please.
Ten.
Oh. For the briefest moment, as you rush towards the zombie you're rushing towards, you see this other one, this one down here that's directly south of you, and he's walking along in like a fine red velvet jacket with a top hat. You see him turn to you and look at you, Kenny. He goes, "Kenny, my boy, what are you doing? You're killing all the carny folk." Anything else, Kenny?
I'm gonna cough, once or twice, but that's my go. Yes.
Okay. Vaunus Crimson picks himself up. He's looking pretty fucked up. Otto, you're still on Canny's back, actually. And he looks down at his wounds, and he snarls, and he takes up his saber, and he leaves the bolt pistol on the ground. That's half an action to draw and half an action to get up. Hannibal.
Free bolt pistol there.
Nothing's free, Johnny.
I'm going to fire my arrow there.
Okay.
I know it's not at something, but it's right.
Yeah, that's fine. You can do that. That's absolutely no problem. I'm just going to mark that.
Aim first.
Okay, half aim.
Yeah, half
Single
aim.
shot. Range. Red dot
Red
plus
dot.
40.
2.
Yeah. That hits all of them. Roll damage, please.
God. That was amazing.
This is what Hannibal's made for. He's a horde clearer. Almost like he has experience clearing hordes.
This is what fucking Caleb does, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like a common theme with your characters, Dave. I hope the next character you make is utterly incompetent.
Be a single shot damage dealer.
There's a deafening boom, and all 6 of these zombies
That's the way to fucking do it. You'll be glad to know I've run out of fang arrows. To get some more made.
Yeah, but you cleared the horde, and it is the dead. This one's going to mosey on up to Canny. Oh, shit. And it actually hits you, Canny, on a 19 in the leg.
Go for a parry then.
Go for it. Yeah, you turn the claw aside with the meat hook. And this other one on Gaius.
You got a hook and a cleaver.
Yeah, he's got a meat hook and a meat cleaver, yeah.
Or the butcher from Diablo 3.
No, he's not. He's canny.
Just need some horns now.
There are screams again from down south.
Butcher's in a
which
different
has
game.
suddenly silenced. Yeah, the Butcher's in Alan's game. The Butcher's the arch villain of Alan's game that we haven't even met yet.
It's not the same guy, the demon with a meat cleaver. That's a totally different guy.
I'm sure it's a totally different guy. Gaius, it's your go.
Alright, last verse, I guess. Oh, to be kings, the emperor of the universe, fighting and free, got the world in your hands. I'm here for your love and I'll make my stand. He was born to be the emperor of the universe. That's enough.
Meanwhile, upstairs in Hayden's house, Liz explains to his children why their father is deranged. Anyway.
All my family's deranged. I've raised them that way.
Exactly. Carry on. What are you doing, Gaius? You got this.
Thinks he's Space Jesus.
Hey.
What are you doing, Gaius?
I'm making a all-out attack at this filthy zombie in front of me.
Plus 30 for the all-out. That's a hit.
Yes. And let's finish the job. I got 1 wound on it.
I mean, you don't know that, but yes.
Yes, oh, okay. This second, I've got to get to my weapon. I've gone past it, damn it. Oh, I've gone above it. Be careful. There it is. Oh no, it isn't. That's agony pact and bloody stun. Moon mace. There we are. That's what I've done. I won't even bother rolling again.
I mean, I was going to say that is enough by a long shot. And you smash, and it is in the head, smash this creature's skull from its body. And that is you, Gaius Mortalis. Okay.
I've got a message which that's disappointing.
Say again, Hayden.
I've got a message is that Lizzie complaining about my singing.
Otto, it's you on the back of Canny.
Another grenade, I think.
Where are you going? There's not much to aim at.
Oh. I'm going to throw one over here.
Where's over here? Let's have a look.
Over here.
All right.
For the hell of it.
All right. Yeah, sure. Roll to hit, please. Make sure you knock these grenades off, please, Johnny, as well, each time you use them.
I am doing, yeah.
Yeah, cool. It's not that I don't trust you. It's just I have a thing about players not monitoring their inventory that absolutely enrages me.
That's why I don't.
It's the only thing that really upsets me when players don't monitor their own inventory. It's like, I'm not here to babysit you. Do it yourself.
I better do it now.
Okay. Roll a d8, please, Johnny.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Love this.
What are you doing, Dave? Taking him out of his cradle?
You what, sorry?
What are you doing, taking him out of his cradle?
No?
No.
Taking the baby out of its cradle.
Yeah, that's basically, yeah.
I don't know what you mean.
Breaking its back.
I've never broken a baby's back. Not in real life. Anyway, there's an explosion. You throw this grenade, Otto, and it ricochets off the roof of the building that you're right next to, and it just drifts off harmlessly down here somewhere, detonates over here, doesn't do anything to anyone.
Okay, that's fine.
Canny.
I'm going to attack this gentleman from me. I'm going to do a half aim, hit him with a meat cleaver.
Okay. +10 for the half aim, +10 for a single strike. Whatever bonuses you get for the souped up weapon.
Maybe a bit too much, but still enough. So.
Yeah, I mean that was going to be a hit. Whatever. It's hard for you to miss.
It's actually it's +35 rather than +45.
Yeah, it's very hard for Canny to miss. I think he's a very precise warrior, despite his girth. Yep. You just fucking destroy this last of the zombies. Is that you done?
Yeah, that's half aim and a hit.
Mr. Crimson steps alongside you, and he looks battered. He looks like he's been through the wars, but he still has his blade, and he grins at you and says, "You fight like one of us, Canny. You would be a fine addition to the Red Walk." Hannibal. It's your turn. You can still hear, by the way, from the south, there is the sound of combat.
Aiming down there.
Okay. It is the dead's turn. Brains! No, we have no need for brains. We need good quality leather. You can hear more moaning and groaning, sounds of tearing flesh from the south, and a shriek that is cut short. Mr. Mortalis.
Alright. I can't help myself. No man could understand my powers in my own hand. Ooh. People talk about you, people say you've had your day. And I was so far. That's moon and reach from the stars.
Oh dear.
Oh, right, okay, moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Second. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What are you playing in his D&D game, Hayden?
I'm a half goblin, half hobbit.
Yeah, what class?
He's a monk.
Should be a bard.
He should be a bard, and we've got no. Leanne was so nearly a bard; it would have been glorious.
Bards are one of the
do
best classes in the game.
Nearly going to do a singing monk because it was part of a thing, but I didn't know. It's just
A drunken master.
Yeah, I could have gone. I haven't got that far yet. Anyway.
Yeah, we're only level 2, aren't we? So
I've got a great voice for him.
Yeah, Hayden speaks like
sort of monk voice. It sounds a little bit like this. Saying, are you taking the piss out of my heart?
Anyway, what the fuck are we doing? Gaius, where are you? You're there.
I've moved.
Okay. Alright, that's the end of the turn. It's 3 minutes past 11. What do you guys want to do? We can stop here or we can carry on for a little bit. I'm easy. It's in your court.
I'm good at the moment.
Yeah.